Oh, kill the music, kill the music. I see, okay, I just gotta bring this up real quick, right? We're talking about names, and you know, we have Icy's name in chat that is just a catastrophe. So, I kid you not, because until today, you know, my internet had been dead, I couldn't upload anything, right? So, I watched that show Arcane, right? Because my chat had said I should watch that, and I was like, fine, I'll watch it. You know, it was pretty good. But, I'm not kidding you, Icy. When I was watching it, you had like the antagonist lady, you know, Jinx, who had like an identity crisis, right? They changed their name and turned themselves into like a freak show, and I'm like, it's Icy. That's just what it is. It's Icy. Fucking, you had this nice, clean, normal name, you know, Icy23, and then now you're just this travesty, this mess of a Twitch username now. So that's legit what I thought of when I was watching that series. But yeah, how everybody doing? Figure we'll just get to the stream now. So my internet's fixed. They fixed it last night at 2:30 a.m. and they bothered to call me when it was fixed at that time. So I was like, oh thanks. But yeah, it's fixed. So thank goodness we have 0 drop frames. We're back in business. I'm pretty pissed though, man. Like, I'm glad it's back literally a day before Elden Ring, but I was wanting to like stream Neo. You know, I wanted to finish Neo before Elden Ring and stuff. But my net was just so wrecked for so long that didn't happen. But alright, we back in Camelot on the piece of shit garbage account. We're swearing already. Let's see. Already did our FP summon. I think it's Tristan. Yeah, we will stream Elden Ring tomorrow. Assuming the internet doesn't die again. And that is also a name. Arcana, is it Arcana 7? Is that what that is? Thank you for the 2-month sub. I remember the name, but I'm not sure if I pronounced it that way last time, so we're not exactly consistent here. But thank you, thank you. Alright, right, Tristan. What do I summon for Tristan? He's immune to poison. Do I summon double salami? I think I might just do 1 salami. I mean, we know Leonidas can solo it, so there's always that. But what do I summon from Cairo? You could summon a backup mash. Look at that 10-10-5, by the way. Double Salome could work. It's just, you could also do like mash Salome of Leonidas, and at that point I don't need like the support very much. Although I guess if someone dies it'd be Salome. Unless I fuck up, then it would be Leonidas. Honestly, I could summon Mash. I feel like there's a chance Mash will taunt one time if like I fucked up and I just have her taunt off and take 1 for Leonidas or something. And then you have a backup Mash in case that happens. That seems reasonable. Alright. Where's Salami? Actually, we might put Cairo's Mash in the front because mine is 10-3-1, where his is 10-10-5. 20-30? Yeah, that's okay. I wish I had Cairo's CE though, because we'd get, maybe I'd summon Cairo's Salami just because he has the CE, so we'll get the overcharge over and over again. A lot of dot damage. What else could I do? I could do 20-30 and we just try to crit all the time. I could do this, so in the long run we do more NP damage. I think we'll go with Cairo's. I actually think that's better than having double mash. Like, yeah, I don't know though, the cooldown reduction on this is a really nice safety net. But a little bit more dot damage helps here. Okay, you know what, we'll go with Cairo's Smash. That is pretty good. And okay. This is a trap. Gamoth. Gmoth, I don't know, 888 though. Thank you for the Twitch Prime. It'll take me about, 5 years to figure that name out. Just say 888, I mean that works too. I swear, my chat's just out to get me, man. There's no... They're not even pretending anymore, right? Well, look at Icy, right? I mean, my god. What do we give our guy Leonidas here? We could always do defense up. That's a nice safety net when you struggle to NP. You also got the help with looping here, 10% NP gain. I don't know, the anti-mail one's pretty nice though. It makes it so if you're missing one of your loops, you're still really tanky. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, in case of emergency... What the hell do I do in case of emergency? I think cry? Because we don't have a whole lot on this team that's going to be effective after the front row. I don't know about that one. Yeah, honestly, if our front row somehow dies, we're probably dead. Unless the boss is just very low on life. We're donezo. This is good for the NP, but I don't think, you know what, I think go with default, because I don't think we're gonna deal with that many NPs without having a bunch of defense buffs. And then we can use Mash for a safety net, and the heal is probably gonna be more important for stabilizing. This could be a huge fucking mistake though, because Atlas not only gives you a way to survive an NP if you don't have enough buffs, it gives you the cooldown reduction for Leonidas' first skill. Oh, you got Cope Scope. I actually wish I had Cope Scope over here. We've got a lot of supports that could use it. By the way, this song is awesome. So far, internet's fine. They fixed it last night. Or this morning, technically. They fixed it at 2 a.m. Alright, 500k. Basically at neutral, though. Do I taunt right now? I think so. In case we get triple crit or something stupid, let's front load. Maybe I should have given him starting NP now that I think about it. This first NP is going to be a little shaky. Okay, he's got evade. Wow. That NP gain. Okay. And our NP gain buff isn't even maxed. I should have done my third skill last turn. Alright, we're gonna NP... Oh, I should cast this. Excuse me. Let's not make that mistake again. I would like to actually stream tomorrow, like a little bit before Elden Ring comes out, and do like Soul Ascender again, and a few boss fights in Dark Souls 3. We didn't get to do PvP at the end because the servers were down. But I don't know if I'll have time to do that because I've got a lot of real life stuff I have to do before, so the timing might not work out, but we'll see. Okay, NP time. I don't actually have to invulnerability because we have guts, but I think we will. Actually, I guess I could have just NP'd and I probably would have been safe. Huh. Yeah, that was probably a mistake, because I still had Mash's first skill. The Elden Bling, excuse me. Dude, there's probably so many spoilers out there right now, because I know people can post their videos now that have the game early. So there's probably people have already posted like every armor set in the game and all that other stuff. I'm not. I didn't even watch the trailer, man. I don't want to see shit. I'm going dark as fuck. Actually, for like the last week, anytime YouTube recommended to me anything Elden Ring related, I clicked the little preference thing and clicked not interested, which felt terrible. But because of that, I'm actually not getting any Elden Ring recommendations, so I'm dodging spoilers like a champ here. Alright, we can NP again. That'll actually fuck up our taunt, so if I can't NP next turn, we'll be vulnerable, but I can always do Salami's invulnerability. Honestly, it's not really like walking on a minefield if you just don't like go to Reddit. I'm not on the Elden Ring Discord. Again, I'm not watching these videos, they're not being recommended to me, so it's actually pretty easy to avoid spoilers. The reason most people have trouble is because they get like, oh, I gotta watch that one thing, you know, I'll watch that one trailer, do that, and then you get recommendeds and blah 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 blah. You gotta just have willpower and, you know, not do any of it. Okay, we actually don't have taunt here because 96%. I could taunt on Mash, actually, because she won't take double damage. I might as well evade too, because it doesn't work on the MP, so I might as well use it for normal attacks. Her skill's gonna go off soon. It's a shame I didn't cast it on the first turn. I kind of messed that one up. So one turn behind. Also, I haven't ranked it up, so we can't actually recast it like we're supposed to. You know, I'm starting to realize we could have just done Leonidas double Salami. That would have been totally fine, and then we would have done a lot more damage. A little late now. Alright, our loop actually got pretty messed up. Actually so messed up, I'm a little worried we might die to the NP coming up. As long as Nash NPs will be fine. Actually, thankfully we got it, but I probably should have done Nash's art card last, just because I really needed to make sure she got it there. Because like, there's no guarantee Leo's gonna NP again. Okay, Leo can NP again, but there was a chance that he wouldn't have been able to NP again. And then we would not have been able to face tank the NP. And I tell you, we really though messed up with our TPS here. We haven't done any damage yet. Yeah, I need to rank up Salami's third skill, and we should have done double Salami, I think. Yeah, if you have Leonidas' first skill maxed, this is actually fairly easy to solo if you're doing it right. But we do not have Leonidas' first skill maxed. Okay, Salami needs to NP. Oh, fuck. She's gonna miss it. That's crazy. Like, I haven't been able to use her cards, though, so... Shit. I guess we might as well leave. No, I'll do her card because she'll apply curse. And then we'll get curse bonus next turn. Yeah, her MP gain is kind of meh. It's not that bad though if you're always picking her cards and stuff, but I haven't been doing that. Big whiff right there. Don't need Leo's first skill right now. I'd love to do her art card, but the safe thing to do is Leo's. But if I had her third skill up properly, she'd give more MP gain and she could already recast it, but I haven't leveled it, so. My top Valentine's unit was obviously Ku, which I don't think will surprise anyone. Even though he was already Bond 15. On this account, it was Alex, but I didn't look at the exact numbers, but I think Billy was really close, because I actually brought Billy to every single stage, but he wasn't always in the front slot, where the stage I farmed the most was the caster stage, and Alex was best for that. I never really got to the point where I cleared the shops, so I didn't need the drops anymore, so I never did the Berserker stage that much. Where my main account did, but the co-op account really didn't. I farmed a good chunk, but I didn't farm that much. Okay, one more turn on third skill. No Leo cards, that's kind of unfortunate. It's NP turn, so we'll have to do this. Oh, I guess I could have guts, but that's a good safety net right there. Alright, bonk, bonk, bonk. Pyro, don't. Just, you didn't even capitalize those letters, man. Not even the first one in the sentence. See, it's not like I don't know what it is, Icy. I know what it is. It's just, the travesty. Alright, I think I save Mash's first skill in case of like a bad round. We're technically not gonna take 0 damage. We're not like at the point we take 0 damage, but we're close. And we got that CE, Craft Essence. I couldn't remember my letters there. Yeah, you got CC, MC, CE, like NP, like it's fucking ridiculous. There's obviously like AoE and ST, you know, for the NP types and all that. We took a good bit of damage right there. But that's what we brought this for. Do I work in a salami card? I could do Leonidas though, quick art, which is so much NP gain. It's probably not necessary. Too many letters, sound like E. It's textbook power creep. It's actually true though. E does share like sounds with so many other letters. Your T, B, C, G, E. It's kind of ridiculous actually when you think about it. Like English, what the hell are we doing? At least you got L, right? L doesn't really sound like much else. Because L, Q, right there. They're being unique. Okay, we probably will first skill here. I don't actually think we need it because we could Leo NP again, but nice to be safe. I could do Leo's first skill to guarantee a loop, but I think we're doing fine on that. W. I like V a lot, but it is another one that's, you know, E. So, yeah, B and V are cool, but they're definitely derivative. English has such an insane history. Like, old English is quite different from, like, modern English. And, like, I always say this, but it's just the damn truth. William fucking Shakespeare has so much to do with the shape of modern English. Like, I don't think people understand how much he contributed to modern English. And, yeah, you don't even have to like Shakespeare's work, but the guy deserves, like, so much credit. And then never mind English, he just contributed a lot to, literature. And then fucking FGO's over here giving him, like, the shaft. He gets, like, you know, no voice lines, the shortest bio in the game, no animation update, just no characterization, 2-star, and then you got fucking Sei and Awawa over there getting to be 5 stars with like a bio the size of the Empire State Building, and it's like, okay, what are we doing here, guys? What's like, Jesus Christ. I always say this, it's really stupid too, because Shakespeare from Fate Epoch has plenty of characterization, not in the anime, but in the book he has a lot of characterization, right? They really had fun with the fact that he's William Shakespeare, and then FGO was like, fuck it, just throw him in a corner. Nobody cares, no big deal. Okay, we really need to use NP gain for Salami here. He's basically only NPing with her 3rd skill, which wouldn't be so bad if her 3rd skill was maxed, but it absolutely isn't. I hope, I don't think this is gonna happen, because they've only ever done this on like a small scale. They've never done what I'm about to describe. But I hope when they give Shakespeare an animation update, they just completely redo his bio and My Room lines. But they won't. I do think when they give him an animation update, they will give him some new lines. Like, they've done that several times. Like, when Hans got an animation update, he got a few new lines. I think they will do that, but they're not going to redo, like, his base stuff, like his just default lines and his bio. They might add some, you know, a new bio section, right, like they've done, but they're never going to go back and fix the old stuff. So he's never going to have as much characterization and stuff in the game as other characters, which is lame. Shouldn't be that way. Actually, Waver technically did get an animation update. It was just a very long time ago. So it was kind of before the animation updates were good, if you will. But yeah, if you go check Day 1 Waver, it's different and it's really bad. Day 1 Waver is pretty big yikes, not gonna lie. I don't actually need to use Leo's first or art card. We'll just do MASH. Yeah, it's been a long time since we've done an animation update, but I'm giving them some slack right now. I've said it a lot, but between the company getting bought, their creative leads quitting, they're hiring loads of new people, you know, things are shifting around, and they clearly had a lot of management problems in Sakura Wars. I think that's actually a big part of why they got bought. But anyway, I think it's wrecked their like workflow, and that's just obvious. I don't really think that's like a hot take. When you just look at their track record, you know, over the last like 2 years, it's pretty obvious that the whole Sakura Wars debacle has just wrecked them completely. But I think they're going to get back on track in a little while, you know, once things get settled with the transfer and all that. And so hopefully we'll start seeing more animation updates and all that again. Now, for all we know, the new leadership could actually be garbage and it could be even worse. That's a possibility, but I think that's unlikely. So I think it'll be all right. Yeah, we definitely could have gotten away with double salami, though. This is getting a little silly right here. Okay, Leo is actually gonna get a bit fucked up here, so I'll do guts to be safe. I could obviously, you know what? We'll so basically I don't want to do Leo's NP here because I want to do the Brave Chain. Well, I don't really need to do the Brave Chain because she's not going to get the NP until it's too late anyway. Yeah, fuck it, we'll do it like that. I mean, at least they gave us the safety net last time, so that was enough to keep the game from being like an embarrassment, so... Yeah, honestly, I've said this before, I think they really need to get away from only doing important stuff on the anniversary. I think they really need to get away from that. Because they need it, there's just too much that the game needs improved on to just put it all on the anniversary, right? They need to spread it out. Now, thankfully, they did do some quality of life updates not too long ago that had nothing to do with anything, and they just did them, right? So I want more of that. That's what I want to see from FGO. Okay, we're about to get super blasted. I could do the invulnerability to just be safe. But I can triple NP, so we get matches NP. I mean, he should be able to live. And I get heal next turn, and we have guts, so I think it's alright. Although, I'd like to overcharge Salami, which would mean less defense up. That should be fine. I think, like, between the CE, the other NP, this NP, and the matches NP, I think we're fine. Yeah, if Salami didn't do her third skill there, I would have matched second skill. But also, because of Salami, I haven't been using Leonidas' first skill as much as I normally would. We just don't need to. Oh fuck, he guarded. Oh fuck. Well, there goes so much of our damage. You know what I could have given her was the Shinji CE, so that kind of stuff wouldn't happen. Because that gets rid of so much of our damage. Oh no. Well, we might as well do the command code. That's like our best bet here. I could do Mash's second skill to NP right now, but I don't really need to, so I'll just do the first skill. Unless I guess it would be good to NP right now, because then the art card doesn't go to waste. But, honestly, I'm not worried. This fight's easy with Leonidas. We'd be doing so much more damage, though, if he didn't guard that curse earlier. At least we got the command code, though. Makes it not a total travesty. We might actually need to use our first skill next turn, because we're gonna overlap our taunt here, and the taunt's gonna wear off. It's gonna no effect. I wish it would refresh. I get why you don't want some other effects doing that, but like a taunt, I really think it should just refresh. Oh, who are you talking about, Arjuna? Also, hi, Arjuna. Ray. Are we talking about like a character in Fate that got overly bastardized? Is that where we're going? Buster Chain is tempting. Oh, Charlemagne? Yeah, I mean, it doesn't fit the origin very well. I don't mind the design in a... Oh shit, I didn't realize it was the NP turn. Oh. That could have been really bad. I wasn't paying attention. Woo! Anyway, yeah, Charlemagne, it's like, in a vacuum, it's fine. If it was just a anime design, I'm like, okay, you know, maybe not my cup of tea, but I got no problem with it. The issue is just, it doesn't fit so well for Charlemagne, so. Okay, we can recover from this travesty here. Couple of errors being made here. I had no idea it was the NP turn, dude. Just got melted. Thankfully we had guts. I really haven't liked a lot of the characters from that side of Fate, though. Like, I don't like Astolfo. I'm gonna make chat mad, but I don't really like Roland. I don't hate him, but I don't really like him. You know, Charlemagne's not my cup of tea. Ricky's great, but he's not actually part of the group, right? He's the same stories, but he's not part of their group. Yeah, Ricky's definitely the best. Alright, I can invulnerability right now. Do I need it? Probably good to be safe. Besides, it'll give me a 200% one, and I don't mind that. I'm actually gonna taunt with Mash as well, so she gets the NP gain. I think she gets more this way, actually. Green hates the French nonsense. Lancelot's awesome, dude. And Sanson's awesome. They're both French. Mozart's French. He's great. Dude, that misplay I made, I'm definitely feeling it right now. We are on edge here. I think we're okay though with Mash's first skill and her NP, and then this comes back, and then I think we can stabilize. Yeah, I was kind of pushing it. That mistake. Yeah, Lancelot's French. A lot of people don't know that, but that's not just an FGO thing. That's just Lancelot's pretty much always French in the stories. Actually, you might be right about that. I'm not sure Mozart is French. Now that I think about it, he just hangs out with a lot of French people in FGO. But I think you're right about that. Excuse me. Getting my history crossed. Or nationalities crossed, I should say. I don't think I need the guts, but I don't know when else I would use it at this point. Let's see, what other French characters do we got in FGO? Let me think here. I guess, oh, Joan of Arc. That would be an obvious one. I don't know why that didn't come to mind earlier. And Napoleon, of course. That's a big one, actually. That's a really big one. Aegilius. And Napoleon and Joan of Arc are probably the two most famous. Well, obviously Booty Lancer, but that's what started this, was like the other French that aren't the Charlemagne related nonsense. Oh yeah, Edmund, of course. Yeah, actually, when I think about it, there's actually a lot of French characters in FGO, or just the Fate franchise, that I do like. Boy, we rolling with the NPs now. I kind of want to not use this NP so I can just art chain real quick. And nah, we'll do it like this. I'd played this better. We could have won by now, though, I think. Yeah, more German stuff would be nice. I completely agree with that. And more Norse stuff. Holy crap, more Norse stuff. I can't even believe we don't have more Nordic-related things. I don't get it. It's a pretty popular mythology and history and everything. It's shit's awesome, so like why the hell do we not have any of that? It sucks. Yeah, obviously more American stuff, but they clearly just don't give a shit about North America. It's not just America, just North America they do not give a shit about, so I am not holding my breath on that one. It really doesn't bother me though that like they've already confirmed that like the North American stuff that can be summoned is stuff like from the Wild West, because that's kind of the especially in the States, but that's North America's kind of, you know, age of wonder, if you will, right? And they've already confirmed a bunch of, you know, gunslingers that can be summoned, and some of them are in the game, like Billy. But you don't really get any of them, right? They exist, and it could be summoned, but they're not added to the game. But then you got like a million weebs and tin cans and all this other nonsense, but we can't get any, you know, Nordic stuff. We can't get any North American stuff. It's just like, what? And then, you know, RIP Arabia, by the way. They're just ignoring that one in South America, too. They're not big on the Americas. They're really not big on the Americas. Egypt's got a good bit of stuff. Egypt's doing all right. They're not obviously doing as well as like Japan is doing in terms of how many characters they got, but they're in decent shape, I would say. Wait, do I have taunt? Oh shit, I don't have taunt. Uh-oh. That's boy, my lack of paying attention is kind of catching up with me right now. And I really need to be taking this more seriously, because if we do fail, I have to do this all over again, and that would be absolutely horrible. Oh no, don't do that, Tristan. Put the gun down. Put the goddamn gun. Okay, at least he hit Leonidas. Alright, if these dots land, we should really fuck him up here. Bad news is kind of messed up with Leonidas again. Do I overcharge Salami for damage? Yeah, I don't think we need to overcharge Leonidas. No guard, no guard. There we go. You'd probably win with that. Those dots should tear him up. Even if everyone died, I think we'd be alright. It is weird though, because if you look at early Fate, they really didn't have that many Japanese servants in the character. Well, I guess the masters were normally Japanese, because the stuff was normally set in Japan, but that's fair enough, right? Like, Japanese writers set the story in Japan, so obviously the masters will be Japanese. That's totally fine. That's like if you set a story in New York, most of the characters are going to be American, you know, no shit. But yeah, the early Fate stories, they didn't actually have that many Japanese servants. You know, they had a few, but I mean, Fate Stay Night, Fate Zero, Fate APOC, that really does not have many Japanese characters at all. Actually, if anything, they're underrepresented, which I think is because Natsu is trying not to, you know, overdo it. But as the franchise got more popular, it's just obvious they started pandering. You know, I don't think it's about even what the writers want to do. It might be to an extent. I'm sure some writers do want to write a lot of Japanese characters, and that's fine. It's not a big deal. But yeah, they clearly started like pandering to China and Japan and stuff a lot more since the games got a lot bigger. And yeah, it kind of just sucks. You know, I'm not offended, right? I'm not like, oh my god, how dare they not have enough of X and Y nationality. I always say this. My thing is, if you don't want to, you know, focus on world history and use a lot of the stuff around the globe, don't make the premise of your story world history, right? That's the thing. I honestly, I have no problem with, like, if a Japanese company wants to make a video game, a comic, you know, manga, excuse me, you know, whatever, and they want to set it in, like, Tokyo, and then the entire cast is Japanese. That's fine. Like, literally, I have no problem with that. That's not a problem. And same goes for, you know, pretty much any other country. That's not a big deal. But when you specifically pick world history, you need to actually use world history. Like, holy shit. That's right, you came up with the premise, for God's sakes. So if that's going to be the premise, then, you know, it just makes sense to use stuff from around. It's dull not to. Again, you know, I'm not offended or anything. It's just, it's boring not to use all that stuff that's available to you. Redline is a pretty different thing, and I mean half the cast isn't Japanese; they're aliens. So that oh you mean excuse me, you mean Fate Redline? I was like, what the? I was like, how the fuck is everything in that Japanese? I was going through the cast of Redline in my head, and I'm like, I remember a dude with like an afro that fused with a monster. You had like a tire that was alive. I was like, I don't remember a lot of Japanese stuff here, to be honest. But yeah, Fate Redline, that's the thing. But yeah, that's pretty much all Japanese. But that's because they're basically making Koho Ace like a canonical thing, right? That's why that's the case. And that's also just kind of the premise of that series, and that's okay. If they want to do like a Greek Holy Grail war and everything's Greek, that's completely fine, because that's just, you know, one of many stories. So, you know, as time goes on, it's okay, I think, to do stuff like that. But FGO is not like a specific story like that. It's kind of just, you know, everything Fate related. So at that point, there's really no excuse for the entire cast, you know, to be so slanted, right, to Japanese and Chinese, especially when you look at a lot of the other stories and they're not like that. It's funny playing Neo though, because Neo doesn't fuck around with like any of that, like gender bending and stuff. Everything's like legit, right? So and they use a lot of stuff that's in Fate in the Neo games, but yeah, they're way more down to earth. Nobu's a guy. What a concept. Kill Tristan with dots? Yeah, I guess we could have tried to do that, but I didn't want to risk anything. Yeah, Benkei's pretty badass. I fought him in like his shadow form in Neo 1, and then because I didn't think I was gonna play Neo 2 for a really long time, I looked him up, what he looks like in Neo 2. Yeah, it's pretty badass, so. Okay, Tristan is behind us. I think we have like a trash mob fight or two, and then it's Gawain, which that is not... I don't want to do that again. It'll technically be less RNG this time. It'll be like the same setup but less RNG, but it's still going to be RNG to an extent, I think. Unless something on the team has gotten better that I have forgotten. Yeah, we are definitely more powerful now than we were then. Yeah, yeah, I haven't leveled my CEs, Cairo, but yeah, 62, that's funny. I need to work on that. I need to turn all those chocolate and crap CEs from Valentine's Day event into oomph. Alright, we got like every night class ever here. So focus on the Lancers. Nah, I'll give her 20-30. Probably give that to Leo. Nah, he could use the stats early on. I'm actually going to use one of these because we don't have bond boosting CEs, and we're not going to for a long time. And some of these wear off soon, so I might as well use them. I hope I do get NP2 Booty Lancer, because one, I never would have thought we'd have a good Booty Lancer to use on any of our accounts, so that would just be kind of funny. But we need it. We need the help, so yeah, we need that and Attila really bad. Oh, that's not how I thought this would be. Well, definitely go for that Lancer. Maybe I should have focused more on NP gain there. Kind of worried about Kairos. She'll have a really hard time getting her NP in time, I think. Do the Cairo Raid Chain, but I think we'll just go for the NP gain here. Maybe I should have done Leo's card though, because if Leo got his NP, that'd actually be pretty helpful. What's the play here? I think I attack up. Oh boy. Yeah, big Camelot Knights. That guy's got sure hit, unfortunately, so I can't evade Leonidas. Unless I think he could phase tank the archer, then block the other two. But I don't think it's worth doing at this point. I'm just worried that we're not gonna get Pyro's Salami NP in time. See, Billy's coming up next. So, I guess Archer. I don't think I need to normal attack the Lancer because of the dot, and then if Salami NP'd. That turn order makes absolutely no sense, but FGO. Okay, so this probably should have been mash. That would have been better. I guess I evade salami. Sucks that I'm hitting the one with the defense buff. But it's not like Billy's gonna one-shot it with his NP. Damn! I wanted them to hit Salami with one of those multi-hits. Man, I shouldn't have put Mash so far in the back. I like how now Cairo Salami gets cards. I think I wait to do Billy's NP because she might die here, so she needs to do as much damage to the Lancer as possible. Okay, he'll die to the dot. Good enough. Of course that happens. Damn it. Oh, that turn went badly.
Okay.
I'm so sad though that I didn't get to finish Neo because of my internet dying. I actually just played it a lot off stream because I couldn't stream because my internet was fucked up. So, and I knew I wouldn't be able to finish it before Elden Ring, but I still wanted to play it. So, but whenever we get back to it, like way down the line, we'll probably just play Neo 2 then. I can taunt. I can give the invulnerability to Booty Lancer. This is getting ugly. I think I'm gonna save the taunt.
Okay.
I wish Billy didn't have the Buster down here. Didn't crit either. That was lucky. The quick down's not lucky though. Shit. I don't think I need to heal Billy. Depends. It's like this guy's so close to being dead. I should do it to be safe. So close. So close. Alright, she can kill it with her NP. Although, she has quick down, he has defense up, and she's being counterclassed, but I'm pretty sure she can handle it regardless. I will be so disappointed if he does not kill this. I would have preferred that 60% to crit, but we'll take it. Pretty much all up to Booty Lancer now. Well, he's gonna have sure hit for most of the fight. I'll just do it for the crit buff.
Okay.
Not that we ever crit or anything. Alright, well, time for Mash to take one for the team here. Our guts should come back though, so I think we're alright. I'll take that.
決闘受けてみる？行くよ。お任せください。
Probably not gonna kill, but it'll get close. Probably kill next turn.
で眉間に3発。それで終わり。くらいだ。くらえ。
I actually think some mobs should get animation updates though, as part of just like the core game, making the game better, right? You want new players to have fun and not be fighting garbage, right? Like especially the enemies that you fight pretty often and the ones that are like mini bosses a lot of the time, like the dragons, skeletons, giant boar, you know, giant ghosts, those kinds of things. I wouldn't be mad at all if those things got animation updates. And how you do it, how you sneak it past players is you don't just do it randomly. You do it as like part of a package, right? You're like, hey, we revamped Fuyuki, we cut a lot of the filler, we made it more interesting, right? And while you're at that, because you updated Fuyuki, you updated the things you fight in Fuyuki, like the enemies, like the skeletons and stuff. I think that would kind of do it in a way where people wouldn't get mad. I mean, there's always, you know, Bob. Bob's gonna be mad, but, you know, fuck him. Okay, is Gawain next? So one good thing that worked out, chat, with my internet getting so messed up until today was I dodged Fluffy. I don't have to fight because now Elden Ring comes out, so I have a great excuse to not fight Fluffy for a while, and we can like get chains and stuff in the meantime for like Enkidu. We already fought Mordred. That was yesterday. Yeah, I guess this is Gawain. All right, well we need Billy. Cairo, can we get K-scope? Like, there's no world where we want fucking anti-divinity damage here. I mean, that's the thing. You add story replay. That's the thing. Cairo, I'ma slap you. Like, Cairo puts the CE on everything, and it's bad, right? It's only good if you're fighting divinity. Like, I swear, every time I want to summon a Cairo unit, it's the CE. Every goddamn time. You're bad. Yeah, it's 62 is nice and everything, but it doesn't have an effect that does shit. And like, once Billy has his second skill at 10, or he's got his passive, then it's better, because then you don't really need the extra battery, but we don't have that, so. The thing is, Cairo, like, I know this game really well, and it's like, in this situation, the difference of having K-scope or not can easily make the difference of getting an extra NP or not out of Billy. And an extra NP is worth way more than the extra attack stat. Like, it's not even close. Especially because, you know, there's no offensive stat on the other one. Now, that's not going to be like that way forever, because, again, Billy's going to have, like, later on, Billy will be able to NP pretty much the same amount of times with or without. Although even then it's not necessarily true, because Billy could actually use K-scope, have his passive, turn 1 NP, then use the second skill. Like, actually, that's not bad at all. But there's really, even at level 100, there's just no reason to use the anti-divinity thing unless you're fighting something with divinity. It's like, because you're going to have other CEs at high level eventually too. Like, it has no offensive stat, and like, it's just 50% no stat is just, that's not that good. Like, it's not that bad either, but it's not like, oh my god, this is such a carry. How does fucking Rice Man, who we have never used because he's banned, how does he have 120 coins when, you know, Billy we actually used and is like Bond 7 or some shit? How did, and he, like, what? It's so dumb. How the, we have like no, hardly anyone has passives on this account. Oh, Geronimo does though. Yeah, well, that's like our one guy, Geronimo and Romulus. That is so annoying, dude. And then, actually he's pretty close. We could actually get that on him if we were trying, because we could have gotten enough bond for 5 coins, I'm pretty sure. Where's Alex? Not close. Jinkei's not close. What about Boudica? Oh, Boudica's super close, and she'll actually be really good when she has this thing. Like, I think in the long run, she's going to get used a lot. The only reason she's not is because we can't afford to level her right now, and we don't have her second passive and all that. But I think eventually she's going to be very useful because she can turn 1 NP without any help from anyone else, and that's enough like stabilization to prevent a lot of bosses from just ending you. And Salami. She'll work with Salami. So our goal is to get Billy's NP the normal way, and then do second skill and then NP again. I'm pretty sure that's what we want to do. I gotta think about this. Let me see. The setup we used originally is this. Anything I think we can improve upon here? Actually, we really aren't any stronger than last time. It's really just the CE level. That's it. This is pretty much the exact same thing, and I haven't ranked up any of the skills on any of these units, actually. So the only difference is Gawain's a bit easier. So this is going to be almost exactly the same thing, which is not good because it's so fucking RNG, and I don't even remember how to play it, so... Like, even something that would really help is if this was limit broken, but it's 1 away. Yeah, somehow not a single thing has changed here. The music knows. Yeah, I wish like literally anything had improved here, but this is exactly the same. The only difference is Billy has 50 more attack. That is the only thing that has changed. Billy has gained 50 attack. Everything else is identical. Shit. Let's see if I got Billy's the dot removal, because last time I literally did not have the command code to remove dots from FP summon. Let's see if I have it now. Nope. That is very frustrating. That is very frustrating. How do I, like, it's not a hard command code to get. It's not even remotely hard to get. I've been doing my FP summon every day. I would have been so happy if the game could have thrown me a bone there. Just giving me it right there. One more try. Nope, didn't think so. Oh, this sucks. I remember I learned some stuff when I did this last time that made it a bit easier, but I don't remember any of that now. Like, I remember there was like some nuance that I learned that helped. Yeah, I don't think the Amakusa hat would really do anything here because he doesn't have a NP up. That's a strange one for them to add though that soon. Well, I guess it's kind of old now. When do we charm? I might actually charm right now. No, we want to charm when he's got buffs at least. So we probably charm next turn.
Okay.
It's just like the last time, that's always his first skill. Horrible opening fucking double bustered and he hit Billy. I want him to hit Alex, because Alex is gonna die to the NP anyway. Brave Chain. I think I'll do the attack up. It's nice to get the other charisma from Kid Gil and still have the lingering buffs from Alex then do it, but the Brave Chain I think makes it worth to do it now. Other Billy's taking too long to get his NP though. Because the next hand is like all of his cards. Yeah, they don't add the 5-star command codes, unfortunately. However, a lot of the 3 and 4-star ones are very good. And them being available to everyone has been very practical. Honestly, I think I need to do the second skill. It's like too shitty to wait. This is tough. The crit chances make me want to do Buster NP quick, but Art is really good, especially if we do happen to crit. And then Gawain's hit count. I think we'll take the damage though. If that 60% crits, it's huge. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. Yeah, Gawain is a lot easier in this fight though. It is very noticeable. I think he only has like 30% damage resist or something. I think his attack stat is higher though, so he can kill you quicker, I think. I'm not 100% sure on that. But overall, this fight is definitely easier, but I don't know if it's so much easier that we're gonna win with bad luck or a misplay. That's good. When we did it last time and we won, that charm actually missed. So it hitting there is quite good. Well, if I had saved Billy's skill, he would have been able to NP again, but he wouldn't be working towards it yet if I hadn't already NP'd, if that makes any sense. Probably should have charmed on this turn, because I could have... Yeah, I should have charmed on this turn. Because then this Billy could NP again. Well, too late now. Focus on damage or getting NP on the middle Billy. I think we'll go for... And that was a really big mistake right there, actually. We're losing out on a whole NP. So the plan for Lion King is to bring 3 units that can do some damage and all die to her first NP. It's very important that all 3 of them need to die at the same time to the NP. And then we're going to solo it after that with Gilius. I'm not kidding. That is the plan, and I think it'll work. We can't do it... Probably, I doubt we can do it today because I don't think we can get Gilius up today. But yeah, that's the plan, and I think it'll work. But the hard part is just getting it set up properly. We might though bring in George and stuff, but I don't know if we need him, and then George will slow down our DPS, so we'll just have to see. So interesting that Kid Gil is alive. I could evade and heal him, but I'd like to try to save the... Oh, that's what's off though. It's right. I'm supposed to try to block one of the NPs with Jason. So now that it's like this, it'd actually been better off if I didn't... Man, this sucks, dude. This turn could not be worse. Like, this is so bad on so many levels because Jason took all of the cards. So, like, the one thing that would be good is if, okay, with the taunt, like, it sucks that Jason has taunt because the way this is playing out, it's not useful like it might be normally. But that I could make up for that if Kid Gil had, like, any NP gain, but he doesn't. So I can't, like, this, I'm literally doing nothing this turn, and then Kid Gil still won't be able to NP, and then Kid Gil will die. I guess I remove the dot. I don't know, I could heal Kid Gil because then maybe he could survive a quick attack and maybe even an art attack. I can also just hold it and see if Jason lives. Not likely. Dude, I hate that Jason took all the cards. Because see, I need to do the charisma because he could die any second, but it's basically one turn going in the drain because no one else is actually attacking. Yeah, actually, I think we lose. This is so shit. I could evade Jason just to stall like him dying, but I think I'd just get rid of the dot. God damn, this sucks. Yeah, that's true. We could use Mash to cover Kid Gil. I don't know if we want to cover Kid Gil though. We'll see. Like, obviously I want to get his NP, but not if I have to sacrifice too much. Well, she definitely wants to taunt. It's nice to have her have this skill up for the NP, but with the way this is going, I think I need to just have her taunt. Come on, Billy. There you go. Well, I think we're gonna lose though. Just so much. I made one mistake, but there's so much has gone wrong here. And of course, he triple attacks. If he didn't triple attack, we'd be looking really good. Wow, this is so over. The only way we can even NP with Kid Gil. Okay, Kid Gil can do the NP down if it doesn't get guarded. So I'm gonna have to rely on that and match his defense up to keep Billy alive. That's the best I can think of for this. Actually, it probably will keep Billy alive. The issue is he might be a bit lower than I would like, though. Oh, so yeah, if he guards, then fuck. He did not. Thankfully, Gawain doesn't have attack up or buster up. Anything like that, so this shouldn't do too much damage. It sucks, though, that I had to give the invulnerability to Kid Gil, because Kid Gil obviously is not going to do anything from this point on. They're also both going to die to the dot, so they won't even draw fire for me. And of course, the deck shuffles in a terrible way. Well, it's not actually shuffled yet, it's just the order of it, I guess. Well, shit. Yeah, I think we lose. We'll see. If Billy gets his third skill back, maybe we're okay. Billy really needed to get cards there. No, the skill seals have added up, so we still don't get our third skill back. We're not even close, really. That went really badly. It's because Jason basically did nothing, and we got one less NP out of the other Billy. Honestly, if I didn't mess up with the other Billy, though, we might have won. Because one more NP out of Billy is probably enough. Yeah, that's kind of sad. Even with the bad luck, I could have won if I just didn't misplay. Like, that mistake with Billy, I think definitely cost me. Like, I think I could have won even with making that mistake if things had gone a bit better. Like, if some of the bad RNG didn't happen. But I could have won in spite of that if I had just played right. Because that was really close. I might cut Jason's taunt. It's just I think more times than not, it's actually good. Especially if I don't mess up Kid Gil's charm. I kind of want to give Kid Gil this. I think that might be better than random crits. I mean, the random crits are pretty nice, but if we do fail the charm, it is just well, it's not actually that devastating. I could also give him starting NP. If I give him starting NP, then he'll... What's his NP rank? NP 5? That's a tough call. Like, 2030 is not bad. It really isn't. Like, between his skill and it, you do get a few crits in there, and that can really add up. I didn't really pay attention to his NP damage. It's like, oh, it should be okay, but it's not amazing. Charm failing, though, would mean Jason is less likely to show up on the NP turn, and you don't want that, but... Could do it that way and just use his skill right off the bat. Nah, we'll do it like this. My internet so far has been fine. They fixed it this morning. And ever since then, it has not been like a problem at all. So I'm very glad that that got sorted. I was so stressed out, man. And because it's hard, like it's like I've learned like the rain dance though, like what I have to do with my ISP to get them to actually. It's like I have to like fucking baby them, and it's because it's not the individuals that work there's fault. It's like their whole chain of command, and there's no communication. So anytime you talk to someone, they have, even if it's like the third person you've talked to in a row, or you've had this problem 10 times in the past. The person you talk to has no idea, and they're going to treat it like every other thing, and they've got like a standard thing they're supposed to go through, and blah, 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 and most of their customers are idiots and just need to restart their router and crap. So it's like, when you talk to like the person on the phone, and then when a technician shows up, you know, later, the technician that shows up has no idea what you told the person on the phone, not a clue, right? And then if the maintenance team comes out after that, they have no idea what you told the technician and stuff. So everyone you talk to has no idea what's happening. And have had this problem like so many times that I've just learned the rain dance to get the customer service to do what they need to do to send a technician out, and I know what to do with the technician now to get them to realize the problem is too big for a technician to fix, and they need to get a maintenance team out, and so now it's a bit smoother, but it still takes like it's so annoying because if you could just get them to do what they need to do from the get-go, they could fix it in like 48 hours, right? But because they have to go through all these stupid, you know, procedures and stuff and like go down the list, it takes like a week to fix the problem, right? It's very aggravating. Okay, we got a Brave Chain right off the bat. Okay, we're gonna have Back Billy just do this right now. What do we do here? I guess we just wait on turn 1. Bang, bang, bang. I guess I could have had the other Billy in P, but I think we'll take the Brave Chain. We need middle Billy to get hit by anything. He's at 98. Okay, there you go. Alright, yeet the buffs. Let's see. Back Billy can Brave Chain. So I think we do that. I think I'll wait to heal. Sometimes if you heal now, it'll come off cooldown, but then sometimes it doesn't.
Okay.
Yeah, I know. If it wasn't for the delay, we'd probably be fighting Fluffy right now. You're actually correct about that. So in a way, I lucked out, but I was miserable, man, because I wanted to stream and I couldn't, and then I was really stressed because of the, I wasn't sure if the internet would be back when I needed it, so, and I really realized, though, not being able to stream, that I really like streaming, that I really like streaming, so, I mean, I kind of already knew that, but, like, not being able to stream for that long, I was like, God damn it, I want to stream. Okay, so... Can't Brave Chain this time, but I could actually Brave Chain with the other Billy, but I gotta do it now because I need to get the refund from him attacking me. You know what sucks? I should have escalated this a bit. Maybe I should have double NP'd last turn because going ahead and casting the battery now is good because I'm gonna get skill sealed, so the cooldown is just gonna get really long. That is unfortunate. Hopefully that doesn't run us. Yeah, I know that can happen, Cairo. I've seen that in like solos and stuff, so we've had that happen, but it's unlikely to happen here. Green just pretended to hit an edge. Yeah, when I streamed that one time and it was really laggy, I just had like a lag switch that I was, you know, flipping back and forth real quick. Oh no, chat, I'm breaking up! I couldn't possibly fight Fluffy like this, chat. Hey, look, we got the dot clear, but we didn't get the debuff clear. All right, don't do the charm yet. I want to do the art chain. I think I gotta do it. It's like too good to pass up.
Okay.
It sucks because Billy's health is a very important part of this clear, but just hit Kid Gill forehead. That is not Kid Gill. That is also not. Okay, Wayne. You're just being assholes now. I don't know what to. Okay, hold on. Let's see if this lands. Thank goodness. Let me think. If I... Okay, I do... Here's the plan. I do this. I'm thinking I need to get as much NP on this Billy as possible. I'm trying to NP with him before Gawain NPs, but I don't think I can do that. I could do art and then like Billy's NP and then the other art, but that's not enough. It's super close, but it's not enough. There's not a lot of point though in saving Kid Gill's NP, but there's not a lot of reason to use it either. I guess I just Brave Chain, because at this point Billy's gonna get his NP from Grain attacking him no matter what I do. Yeah, I guess I just Brave Chain. That's unfortunate. Alright, what did I do, Zashi? Oh, yeah, Fluffy Dodge. Yeah, we... I mean, internet problems. What am I saying, chat? Do I evade? I think so. Even with Kid Gill, it's not gonna do that well. We're not gonna have a lot of crit chances moving forward, so I think I go ahead and try to get this. Just land at 20%. That's all you gotta do, land at 20%. Be super strong. With the first card buster bonus, got charisma, got crit up. Well, I got that one. I'm happy enough with that. Man, if you max overcharge Kid Gill, I think his NP down is like 90% or something like that. It's absolutely ridiculous. I could give Kid Gill demonic. That is so unlucky. Like the other fucking Billy has evade and he didn't attack Billy at all. That's so unlucky, dude. And then fucking Jason comes in here and like he didn't take as many cards this time, but I mean Billy still only has one. I might need to kill this taunt. The timing is just never working out the way that I want it to. Well, we can still get rid of the dot, but that's it, unfortunately. I think we're really mismanaging the Jason section. That's what's going wrong. Like, it's the skill. It really is the skill steal that's getting us. We're not doing any debuff removal stuff at the right times, and it means Billy's just never getting his third skill again. And I know when we did this in the harder fight with Gawain, we did get his third skill again. So I think that's something going amiss here. So Jason is almost assuredly going to die here. So maybe I just have him evade himself. Do I want him to live an extra turn at this point, though? Mash is gonna show up either way because Kid Gill's gonna die to the dot. So I might as well. I've got nothing else I can do with it.
Okay.
See if Billy gets a lucky crit here. This went really badly though. Like this went super bad. Yeah, this fight is actually easier than the other Gawain, but I don't think I'm playing right. We haven't gotten good luck. That's part of it as well. But I'm doing something wrong for sure. This Gawain I do think might have a higher attack stat though than the other Gawain, but that's not what's getting us. That's definitely not what's getting us. But yeah, the long story short, this Gawain is less tanky. That is the truth there. Guess we do that.
Okay.
I need Mash to survive the NP just to draw fire. So I need her not to get triple attack. Okay, that's good. Do I taunt though? No, I don't taunt here because Billy's got invulnerability, so if he gets attacked, it's actually a good thing. I like how now Billy has his debuff clear when we don't have any of the debuffs. This is looking better though, even though we've made mistakes. This is still looking way better. What really got us, I think, was doing invulnerability on Kid Gill. I think that was a huge mistake. Even though Kid Gill did a nice chunk of damage, it just wasn't worth it. Alright, hopefully we get a good deck shuffle here. There's only 2 units. Nope. Wow, we didn't get either of them. That sucks. There's 2 cards in the deck that help Billy here. And then we get 5 out of 10 cards, and we didn't get either of them. That sucks. I guess we just do that. Dude, that's so lame. Like we're never getting our 3rd skill again because of this, and we're also taking a lot of damage from the dot too, because it ignores counter class, obviously. Gawain, no, Gawain. That's, oh god, we might be dead because of that. Wow. Yeah, we're dead because of that. By the way, if we would not be dead right now if we had gotten this card last turn. And it's actually 50-50 because you only have 2 hands. Seriously, you only have 2 hands when there's 2 units. So this card's either in hand 1 or hand 2. Right, so it's just 50-50. It's got just as good of a chance of being in either hand. And yeah, if we had removed that skill seal, we would have our evade right now. Also, if we'd removed the skill seal on several of the NPs prior, we also would have our evade not right now. Literally, if we had removed the skill seal on any of those NP turns, we would survive right here. Funnily enough, Mash could live here, but I actually don't want her to. I'm hoping Billy just barely lived. Now we're dead. He's got attack up, Buster up. Yeah, we're dead. If we had our evade here though, we would be fine.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think we can face tank. We're not even at full health. That is really frustrating that the only reason I'm losing right now is because we just, at no point in the entire fight did we ever get the debuff clear on the skill seal. Even the low rolls, I think we're dead. Yeah, the attack up Buster up is just such a huge damage boost on his NP. There's no way you're living that. That is so frustrating. Like, we had that, it was just fucking never could get rid of the thing. That sucks. I think I'm gonna change the way we're using Jason. He's just not showing up at a time where taunt makes even it makes no sense. It makes absolutely no sense. I'd rather he live longer to be able to delay the other skill if he needs to. Too bad I don't have Parted Sea, Sunshine, or Caneth CD. I don't have any of those things. So I actually don't have, the only thing I have to potentially keep him alive longer would be anti-mail. The other option is I just give him NP charge on death. You know, Sanson does have a few interesting things here, just because he does have the full debuff clear instead of just the one. If I bring Sanson, though, and it happens to be on a turn where Jason shows up and an NP is up, and then Jason could have blocked it for Billy, that is just going to be the most rage-inducing thing ever. But honestly, Sanson is more reliable for just making sure that that works out. He just doesn't do anything else, and then you miss out on charisma from Jason. So it's, I don't know, yeah, Sanson does guarantee that you get the evade, but you also just have less value for everything. Actually, Jason's level 4 charisma adds up on an NP. It absolutely can make the difference on killing on like turn 10 or turn 12, or turn 10 or turn 11, and sometimes that makes the difference. Like breakpoints, like there absolutely are breakpoints when it comes to damage here, as we just lost by 35k, by the way. So it's like it does matter, because if we didn't have that charisma, Gawain would have been at like 70k there, maybe 60k. That's a problem. Like that's enough to get us killed. Because the thing is, you don't. If you are able to block one of the NPs with Jason's evade, you don't need Billy's other evade. Like, you won't need it. But, Sanson is definitely more reliable. The nice thing about Sanson, too, is if Billy's hurt, you'll get his health back quite a bit. Oh, I guess Jason does that, too, actually. But, yeah, we'll try Sanson, but I don't know. I don't think this is that good, like, because the one thing Sanson does is something that you can do anyway. And then he does literally nothing. Like, he is a detriment to the team in every way. Like, he makes no stars, he does no damage, he doesn't do any team buffs. He's just the biggest dead weight that ever was. Like, he's super bad. What might even happen is you don't need to clear the debuff, because you might have already cleared it, and at which point it's like, why the hell is Sanson on the team at all? Like, he does absolutely nothing. Just roll a Joan of Arc. Well, that's good. Assuming you wanted to get her, which I would presume you did. Okay. No Brave Chain. Guess we focus on NP gain. Do it like that. Shame Alex didn't get an art card, because then he could just art chain. That'd be super ideal. Okay, that really sucked for me. That's actually a restart. That's way too slow now. No one can NP, so like the Gawain's gonna NP before where I'm not gonna get the refund. Okay, you want one Billy needs to get their NP there. The one good thing about that though was our buff removal from Alex would have gotten huge value, but I don't think that was worth. I hate how fucking RNG this is, and like there is skill in it, and like if I had misplayed, we would have won by now. Like that misplay I made really did lose it for us, but there's just so much RNG here. Like you have to worry about the charms landing and who gets the gain rate. Do I just NP now? I got such a bad... No, we'll wait, because there's no... I'm not gonna Brave Chain, and I don't want to use Alex buffs yet. Jesus. Maybe I should have NP'd to get the crit down. Like, damn. Wow, if I don't art chain, I'm not sure we actually get... Dude, what the hell? Yeah, I don't think we'll get our NP. Yeah, we won't. Oh my god. That means I wasted the buffs. I don't know how the gain is going that bad. I guess it's just because the art cards were kind of far back. Billy's NP gain can be kind of frustrating because his gain rate's not like atrocious because even his Buster card has a decent hit count, but it's not good either. Like his gain is kind of scuffed, and it's not worth it to do his second skill on turn 1. It is though if you have like a golden sumo or something like that. Well, there's an art chain, not for the back Billy though. Okay, that means next turn the support Billy is very unlikely to have a brave chain. I'm trying to think if I do back Billy's second skill or not. I'm gonna try not doing it, I think.
Okay.
See if they both can get their second skill after their first MP. The dream is he hits the back Billy with like a quick attack or an art attack. Okay. Let's see. So no brave chain. I have to do back Billy's art card no matter what. I can do it first though. Kind of a crappy turn though for damage, no extra attack, but it's worth it to line up the skills as meta as possible. That's really gonna help the middle Billy line up his cooldowns. Okay, back Billy can brave chain. I'm trying to think if it's worth it or not though. Kind of a suboptimal combo. I think it's worth. See if we can get enough refund to NP again. Basically, the back Billy needs to NP twice before dying, I think. That's enough extra oomph to really matter. I really don't want to use the heal on him if I can help it, though. Gawain's NP looks so nice since the animation update, man. Good thing, too, because it's fucking killing me, so we're seeing it a lot. If fucking Alex had the limit... I'm swearing so much today. If Alex had the limit broken version of Camelot, that would really help. That would be a big boon here. Now, if I don't heal back Billy, there is a real chance that he will die here, because he's going to take the dot damage. I just gotta hope it doesn't happen. Just, don't kill me, forehead. Okay. Thank you, crit down. We would have died right there if we didn't have the crit down, because we saw that crit loss, so. Alright, what is the play now? See, if you missed that charm, which is what happened in the video, let's see, how would the time, that would mean he would NP right there. Okay, well, let's not think about that right now. Let's get this sorted. So I can wait a turn on Billy to NP if I want to take that Brave Chain, because he'll take 1,000 damage. Funnily enough, he doesn't even need a second skill. It just didn't work out that way. I think I just wait the turn here and take the Brave Chain. Okay. Obviously, if the charm didn't land, I wouldn't have done that, but... Ooh, I like that crit. I really like that crit. We need more of that. Now, I can triple NP and overcharge Kid Gill. I need to look this up. I gotta look at the numbers here, hold on. Because maybe I don't... maybe I don't evade here. Because Gawain doesn't have his attack up or buster up. If he had those, I probably still need to do it. Alright, double overcharge, so it's 70%. Dude, if I gave Kid Gil... Jesus, if I gave Kid Gil Demonic, he'd still have his NP right now. We'd have 10% less NP, but so he'd be at 119. So he'd still have it. And then he'd do 90% NP down. What if he guards it? What if he guards it? So Gawain only has 17% chance to resist debuffs, right? Yeah, if Gawain guards it, you lose. That's completely accurate. If Gawain guards it, we lose. I don't know if we need the value. It's just, it's really good value if this works. I'm wanting to wait one turn to heal Billy because it's going to whiff some of the value, but I guess Sanson's coming in, so we're going to whiff value no matter what. I guess we'll, I don't even know why I'm doing this, but we're doing it. Okay, we have almost a 90% success chance here. If only Kid Gil had item construction. Also, if only I had demonic, because then it'd be 90% NP down. Oh, thank God, that was the crit down that missed there. All right, let's see what happens here. 30% power Gawain. Not too bad, not too bad. Okay, you son of a bitch, though. Had to do that. All right, Sanson with the nice heal there. That helps. And then, of course, though, Sanson's got to take a bunch of cards. At least he got his art card, though, so we get an art chain. Come on, give me this 90% crit. Come on, give me the goods. Okay, there we go. Stop. Stop. It's over. I think it's over because of that. I'm serious. That's ridiculous. He just did so much fucking damage right there. Yeah, I think we're dead because of that. That's crazy. He double bustered. The only way we don't die is if he just doesn't attack Billy at all here. Of all the things to kill us, that's what kills us. Hey. Son of a bitch. Okay. I wish he had hit Kid Gil last turn. If he had hit Kid Gil, Mash would have shown up and we'd have an defense button, didn't he? Don't do it. Don't you fucking do it. Oh my God. We're so lucky because the only attack that actually we're not lucky. We're gonna die to the dot. We're gonna die. The only way we don't die to the dot is if the deck shuffles and we get the dot removal. We just took too much damage. Like that double buster just shredded us. We got too fucked up. Now there's only gonna, it's actually not that RNG because there's only 2 characters left, which means the deck is smaller, so your odds of getting the cards that you need is higher. Now his burn is 1,000 damage. Yeah, you can give Sanson the taunt. That's a pretty good idea. It works better with him than it did for Jason. Because that would have just been a bit more health, so the dot wouldn't kill us. So I'm becoming an Elden Ring streamer, guys. We're never playing FGO again. It's over. It's we're in the Shadow Realm. You know, thanks for playing, guys. It was great. I'm heading home now. Yeah. I just like how we it's not just that we didn't get what we needed. We didn't get shit, right? Like we didn't get shit. We got one card. Does anybody believe in MASH? Does anybody believe in the level 60 MASH? What the fuck, man? What the fuck? And we could have gotten either card, right? Because if you got the debuff clear, that'll still remove the dot, because the dot is the most recent debuff. So because of that, I should have saved the evade for MASH. I'm absolutely serious about that. Like that would have been better. Look at his buffs! Bruh! He's gonna skill seal me. He's gonna fucking skill seal me, so I can't use my first skill. It's okay, it's okay. We've got, we still got the anti-mail. I really wish I had command codes on MASH right now. That the dot is gonna get us. Also, he has so many buffs. He's just, oh my god, he's so buffed out. Gawain, stop it. I might need to save my first skill's damage cut for the NP. Dude, it's this dot. If this... I am so frustrated, because like, Cairo has the dot removal command code, and I don't even have one. I can't put it on anybody, and it's just wrecking me. You have two? Yeah. Give me one of them. Just, hand it over. Yeah, Tiller would be nice for either of us. Yeah, I gotta try. I hope I don't take too much damage here, but I gotta save the one-hit damage cut for the NP. It's our only chance. I don't think it'll work though, but I gotta at least try it. No. So much no. It wouldn't even matter. We would have died there anyway. That is so much damage. Oh, Gawain! I might as well give MASH something, though. Let's see, what do I got? Because what just happened could actually happen again. Oh. I don't know about that. Okay, I hadn't bought these yet, apparently. That's weird, because shop's about to reset. I guess I didn't have a lot of mana prisms at the time. You know, I don't think I should have bought those. I think these are pretty shit on these accounts at this point. They're not that useful anymore. Like, everything's banned. Like, it's not worth... Oh yeah! I could have bought this. Yeah, that'd have been good. I might actually be able to burn enough stuff to get it right now, but... yeah, that's a thing. I don't think it's worth it to give it to my Billy, though. Like, I think more times than not, it just doesn't amount to anything on mine. Give me Battle of Camelot. No, just put, I don't even need rare prisms right now. Game, just put it back. Put it back on the shelf where you got it. No, not what I'm looking for here. I wish he wasn't banned. Pyro, do you know how much easier everything would be? He can solo Lion King, by the way, at level 70. Like, it's not, he wrecks that fight. It'd be great. You do the evade to get through the normal card damage turns, and then when you get to the NP turn, you've got double defense up, and you're counterclassing, and she's AoE, so you're fine. Alright, let's try Taunt. That was so unlucky though. Like honestly, that run would have worked, I think, way more times than not. That was just very unlucky with Billy taking so much damage, and then us not getting the dot clear. Because we could have taunted on Mash. Like that really was crazy unlucky. But now we gotta get the charms to land again and stuff, so. So now, like, that bad RNG might not happen, but we might just fail a thing. We had another run that would have worked too, but I just messed up, so. Okay. Would have preferred getting the art chain, but we'll take the brave chain. What's this at, like 98? Yeah. You know what? We're gonna whiff a chunk of it, but I'm gonna heal now. I'm gonna see if I can get it back at the end. Shit. Well, that's one charm down. I was gonna do the brave chain on the back Billy and then use the middle Billy, but we can't do that now. We could go Kid Gill, or not Kid Gill, Shinji CE, but then we lose the NP battery. But it's not limit broken, so it's not like we're getting that much battery out of it. Boy, we ain't landing a lot of debuffs here. Appreciate the crit though. I think we focus on the back Billy's NP gain because he doesn't have his battery skill, but he still needs to NP before dying. Well, that was lucky. How would y'all feel if they changed magic resist when the enemy has it to where every, depending on their rank, every certain number of debuffs they'll always guard, but it's in a set interval, like every 4th debuff. Like, let's say it's a really shitty rank, it'd be like every 5th or 6th debuff they're guaranteed to guard, right? And then it resets. And if it's higher, and if it's like, you know, 50%, it's every other debuff. But then it's set, right? Like, you know what order it's going to be in, like land, guard, land, guard, land, guard, so you know what's going to happen. I honestly would prefer that because you could math it out to where it's basically the same, but then it's reliable. Yeah, that would be hard to interact with the debuff resistance. You could make it where if you get them to, you know, 0%, then they don't get it. Like the timer stops ticking essentially. Like it stops counting for those turns, right? That's kind of hard for newbies to understand though, because it's kind of wonky. That would work fairly well though, because let's say they were 1 turn away from getting it. Like the next debuff would be the one that they would guard, but then they've got debuff resistance on them, so then it just doesn't go off, right? Like it can't tick, if you will, when they don't have the percent. But you could just it just needs to be changed, right? In my opinion, I really don't like the way magic resist works. It's a just really stupid fucking mechanic. And it's just so unnecessary because it's so like impactful, but it's so random, and it doesn't proc a lot. Because when you're fighting something like with goddess essence, you can like rely on it happening, so you don't make a debuff reliant team, right? Yeah, it's true. It'd be hard to work with that, but those you could just have fail on their own. Like they're not, they don't interact with magic resist, right? Where like they're like 60%, and that's just 60%, and you don't even interact with the magic resist stuff. I would just rather magic resist didn't interact with debuffs on the enemy. It ultimately is dumb. Like I'd rather not play in the percentages anyway, right? Yeah, you could just get rid of it entirely. You know, you could do that. I would not complain about that. I'm sure some people would, but I would not. All right, we'll cast this in case Kid Gull gets attacked. I can get rid of the dot, but I cannot get rid of
Okay.
the magic resist or the skill seal, unfortunately.
Okay.
Little rough with Kid Gill's NP game.
予言するよ。このサンダラーで眉間に3発。それで終わり。くらえ。
There's a chance Back Billy dies here, actually. Get double crit down though, so it'd be extremely unlikely. Okay, well, both charms failed. There's no world where that run works. Like, one charm fail, I think you can still win, and we have in the past. But both charms fail, no way. The only way you would win off of that is if you crit every single crit chance you had for the entire fight from start to finish. Chat, I'm gonna be right back. I need to eat something, so I'm gonna make a peanut butter and jelly sandwich really fast because I just realized my stomach is growling like crazy. So, let me fix this. My go-to thing though, when I need really quickly, I just make a butter sandwich. Jason taking all the cards, but he shows up. Ash taking all the cards, but she shows up. Because of that one. Great. How come Argwayne and Scott will do like 1/300 their health? Some fights not even that, like balance quest and you have break bars, like 1/100th of their health bar. An enemy Queen, he does his dot, does like, you know, a seventh of our life, and worse like a sixth of our life. It doesn't seem really balanced. Like dots, most of the time, are used for us. Dots for the enemy are outrageously strong. Our defense ups and crap don't even work on it. And I don't think for 1 second when they made FGO with the asymmetrical gameplay with how enemies behave differently than the player, I don't believe for 1 second they actually thought about, oh man, this flat damage from these skills that these servants have will actually be significantly more dangerous on the enemy side. They didn't think about that. Day 1 FGO. Bit of a shit show. Okay, Billy can get his NP, so he doesn't need to do his second skill. What about middle Billy, though? Chat. This song is from Armored Core. And every time I hear a song from Armored Core now, I'm reminded that FromSoft is like working on Armored Core 6 right now. And I'm so fucking excited about that. That's my favorite game series of all time. And they haven't made a new one in a really long time. I'm just so excited about that. Yeah, everyone else, you know, I'm excited for Elden Ring, of course, but my god, am I excited for Armored Core 6, man. Cairo, I'm ignoring you.
了解。行くよ。了解。ファイヤー。呪い。ここが勝負どころです。炎よ。
Damn.
良き営みを守りたまえ。
One hit and Alex is on his last leg here. Alex, Alex, listen to me. In what world you just lost 80% of your life from one attack, right? One attack. And if you die before the NP, the whole run is scuffed. Why do you now fail the charm, right? Yeah, that was Hikarin. That was just miss. Oh my god. I think we have to get lucky. I get excited for indie games. A lot of indie games I get excited for, but I don't get excited for a lot of mainstream games. But I'm very excited for Elden Ring. This game right now. So every art card of Middle Billy is in the third hand. Just by the way. It doesn't really matter. We're probably gonna have to reset regardless because of the Alex situation.
さあ早打ち勝負だ。先に抜いてもいいよ。僕の方が早い。ファイヤー。
You try to be charming when you have a gaping hole in your chest? Well, that's it. Run's over. GG. So we failed 3 charms in a row. We got some new mods for Elden Ring to help with the peanut gallery. And I pretty much told them if people are backseating, you don't always have to ban them or time them out, you know, just literally delete the message, right? Especially when someone says something mundane that it's kind of just an accident, right? Like, oh, you missed an item around that corner, right? Stuff like that, you just delete it. So hopefully that'll keep the... I think it'll be fine. I honestly think it'll be fine because I don't think people realize how many people are going to be streaming Elden Ring, right? I mean, the swarm, right? Every big streamer is going to play it. Every Dark Souls streamer is going to play it all at the same time, right? A lot of people, new people are going to try to stream it and stuff. Like, I don't think we'll have that many drive-bys. I really don't. But we'll see.
Okay, 行くよ。Okay.
And my like normal viewers at this point, I kind of got the memo by now, so. Well, you can see that Billy's Art Buster Quick makes 1 NP less than his Art Quick. I mean, the global release could be yesterday, a week from now, a year from now, 3 years ago, Christmas. That has no effect on people's ability to backseat. That's like, imagine being in a car, right? And you're in a traffic jam, and the guy in the back seat is telling you how to drive in the middle of a traffic jam, but then you're like, dude, it's not even Wednesday. Like, what the fuck does that have to do with anything? Like, oh, game came out on a Thursday. I'm not gonna backseat now. Like, yeah, imagine some like troll, right? It doesn't have to be backseating. Like, you have like a troll that goes to a chat to spoil something, or just be an asshole, or you got someone you're trying to, backseat, whatever it is. But like, wait, it's Thursday. I'm not doing that today. You don't have to know where you don't have to know where the Drake sword is to backseat. It's not like the only way to backseat somebody is by spoiling. There's a difference between backseating and spoiling. There's overlap there, right? Like, you can obviously go into someone's stream and spoil the fact that you can cut the dragon's tail, while simultaneously also telling the streamer to go around that corner to the left, or whatever, or why aren't you using this? Why didn't you do that? Blah, blah, blah. Backseating has nothing to do with spoiling. You can backseat and spoil at the same time. We have combos here, but. All right, for God's sakes. There we go. All right, I think I take the Brave Chain. Yep, that makes sense. So, because we're Brave Chaining, we'll do the attack up now. Okay, bang, bang, bang. Also, even if we were talking about spoilers specifically, which we're not, we're talking about backseating, but even if we were talking about spoilers, it wouldn't matter. Because one, a lot of people out there, I hate to say this because I think it's a lot of people, but I think it's just sad, they're running their own experience, but I think a lot of people have already spoiled the games for themselves. They've already watched all the leaks, they've watched all the pre-release stuff, and then like a lot of the streamers that got the game early, they get to stream it before the release. They get to stream it actually like really early tomorrow morning, like before the release actually happens. And you're gonna have, I guarantee, that's the kind of person that backseats, right? The kind of person that backseats is the kind of person that's gonna watch one of those streamers early in the morning before the game comes out, and who's gonna watch every second of the playthrough, and then they're gonna go to other people's streams that just started playing the game that are completely blind, and they're gonna try to show off and be like, oh, I know where this is, and go over there, blah, 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 blah. That's the kind of person that does that. And that's actually a big part of, I don't like how gaming is just like this now. There's always so many pre-release stuff. You got streamers playing the game before it's even out. Because they're going to stream the full game, right? Like, some of the streamers have already said that they've been given the okay by Bamco to play the full game and do anything they want tomorrow morning. So only just in a few hours, really. And yeah, you can do the whole, if you know what you're doing, you can get through so much of the game in that time. And yeah, I just wish games, everyone be on the same page, but that's not the way games media works anymore, and that's not how marketing works and that kind of thing. And the one good thing about doing some pre-release stuff is you do get more feedback. So like betas and network tests can be good, I would say. All right, that's enough of that nonsense. Let's shoot Gawain in the face here. I can quick chain, but I think we worry more about the NP game. Actually, New Zealand gets they get the game earlier than like the global release on PC. They get it. I don't remember how many hours from now, but I know they get it like a good chunk earlier. I think at least 6 hours earlier than the global release. So that's actually pretty soon. Yeah, some of it is clout chasing, and some of it's just like a minor like ego thing. They're not even thinking about it, but people like getting that kind of recognition or whatever. Like, and they'll say, oh, I'm just trying to be helpful. That's what, and some people are, but a lot of times that's not really what's the motivation behind it. But gotta give the people the benefit of the doubt. But that's the thing is, regardless of what their motivation is, I don't care, right? I don't want people backseating. I don't want people spoiling. I don't want people. I saw someone talking about this, and I relate to this so much. It was another Dark Souls streamer, but this goes for FGO, and this might even go more for FGO because FGO is so like technical and stuff. It's like challenge quests, you know, the kind of setups you use. I would rather struggle with something for hours and hours because I'm missing something obvious, and then figure that obvious thing out on my own, than just have someone, you know, backseat and tell me. And I don't understand why so many people don't understand this, because if I wanted to know something that I was missing, I would just look it up on Google. And if I'm not doing that, that means I don't want to know. Like, I would rather have the satisfaction of being like, oh, I missed what this craft essence does for years, and now I realize what this old craft essence does. I should really be using this. That sense of satisfaction and enjoyment, like finding like a gem in the mud like that from like some old craft essence, that is more enjoyable than some guy being like, hey, this old craft essence you're not using, you should use because it does blah, blah, blah. Like, I don't need that, right? Like, it's fun to figure things out. It's fun to... And also, most people in chat that blurt shit like that out are wrong anyway, right? Like, most advice, air quotes, ends up being garbage, right? People, like, just have terrible ideas about what makes a good setup in this game. Especially, because, like, basically, you'll be doing, like, a budget thing with restrictions, like what we're doing right now. And you'll have someone that has never done anything even remotely like that, and they want to try to backseat you and tell you what units you should be using. When they have no idea, because they have, I'm not exaggerating, they have zero experience in what you were doing, right? But they want to tell you, you know, what they think is best and whatnot. And it's just like, it's annoying, right? It's really annoying. But yeah, it's like, I'd rather miss like an entire zone in a game and not know about it until my third playthrough than have someone spoil it for me. Right? And if I'm like, okay, I want to, you know about all the secrets in this game because I want to get like meta items for PvP. So then you look up where the zones are. That's my decision at that point. I've decided, okay, I'd rather lose that sense of discovery now because I think I've gotten enough out of that area of the game. So I get to make my own educated decision on when I want, you know, to take the lid off, if you will, on spoilers and whatnot. You don't want randoms making that decision for you. Yeah, I remember like Lost Salt 6, and then when I played the 1 to 3 star account, man, people would just give the worst advice ever when I didn't even want it, and it's just crazy. Alright, unfortunately we're at 97%, and okay, we got an R-chain though, that really helps. I probably could have waited a turn to do that charisma. Alright, Back Billy needs it the most. Yeah, if we didn't land that charm, we would have... The value we would have lost there would have been just massive. The dot is just running us, though. Like, it is absolutely wrecking us. I can remove it, but then I'd have to skip one of my NPs. So we could actually face tank Gawain's NP, but I don't think it's worth it. Like, even with 5k health, it's enough, but I don't think it's worth. So Gawain's over... Or Kid Gill's overcharge doesn't matter. But neither really does Billy's. But I mean, crit down's better than nothing. And like, if people want to play along with the stream and just kind of, you know, bounce around ideas, that's fine. But a lot of people don't do that. They're not just like, I wonder if this would be good, or like, what are your thoughts on this? They don't do that. They're just like, you know, stop, like don't use salami. So they'll say in chat, don't use salami. It's like, yeah, because you know, right? You totally have got that figured out. Like, it's just, that kind of stuff just always annoys me. We do need to do chat versus FGO again. We haven't done that in a while, and that shit is hilarious. So the only reason I don't do it more often is because, one, we don't have story replay, and it's kind of difficult to set up because of that. You don't always have good content to do, and it takes a lot of energy out of me to just keep up with it and you know, make it engaging and everything. It's a lot of mental energy, right? So, but yeah, I would do it more if I could, really. The main reason I don't do it more is just because the, okay, fuck this game. Cairo, are you here? Because Cairo knows. If Cairo's here, he knows what I'm mad about. Look at the screen. Like, what do you think, what do you think, Cairo? What do you think what's pissing me off? It's kind of obvious. Like, are you fucking kidding me right now? Like, out of all these runs, it never lined up, and now it lines up when we don't need it because we got Sanson. So it's just like, okay, well now, because now Sanson's bad. Like, now, for real, Sanson's bad now. Like, we could have just done Jason and gotten the same heal. Actually, Jason's skill might be ranked up more, so it'd have been a bigger heal. Yeah, it's not the stars. So for those that don't know what happened, we've been like wanting to get the dot clear and if we can, the skill seal clear, the other command code. You know, but we never do. We never get it. And now we just got it, but we put in Sanson, and so Sanson just clears it anyway. So literally, what's the point of Sanson? Because now it could have just been Jason, right? Like, it just doesn't. Now Sanson does nothing. God, it's just so. Okay, I think I'm gonna use this because we're not gonna have a lot of opportunities for it anyway, and the charisma's gonna wear off. So if I just get a lucky crit here, I'll be happy with that. Because we could give Jason the taunt, right? There's no... Yeah, actually, Jason would have been better here in every way. If you get the command codes, Jason is better in every way. He'll do the same healing, same pretty much everything, but he'll give you charisma and that kind of thing. That's actually super bad. No, I don't think Sanson's right here. Now that I'm seeing the way these runs are going, I don't think Sanson's right, because Sansa dying in one turn like that is actually really bad. Because now Mash is more likely to get her shield pinged off and that stuff. I don't know though. I mean, it's like Sansa does remove the RNG on just something really bad happening, like something really bad happening. But it won't happen often. It absolutely won't. I'm not sure we got this. I'm not even sure why, but I feel like we're just really behind on value here. Nothing's gone like super wrong. Nothing's gone super right either, but okay, at least she didn't get pinged off. She almost did. That was as close as it could get. Honestly, the heal coming back right here is huge. That is huge. I actually think we're okay then, because yeah, this is coming back, so we weren't skill sealed. What will really guarantee that we're okay here is if Billy gets the command codes here. Which I think he will, because he didn't have them right there. Okay, he cast the guts right there. His AI is different in this fight, though. I know the other Gawain fight so well. His AI is different here. It's very similar, but the way he casts guts is not the same here. And like, I'm completely sure of this because it's ridiculous how much I fight Gawain on the other fight. And yeah, it looks like he can at least cast it twice. It's probably triggers where he will cast it like at 49% or lower, and then again at like some other percent that he set. It's probably it. But, okay, so we need to do the dot clear first. So then any debuff clear gets the skill seal. So we go bang, bang, bang. I think we're fine, actually. This is super good. The fact that we got that heal back, we get rid of the dot here, get rid of the skill seal, I can evade again. The only way I see this going south is if he just keeps ignoring Mash, and he keeps blasting Billy, and then Mash takes all of the cards. That's like the only way I see this going bad. Mash, oh god, we got Buster crit when he had double attack up and Buster up. That did so much damage. I should have taunted. Yeah, I should have taunted. Oh no, she was skill sealed. She couldn't. There's no reason to taunt now because Billy's gonna have evade. So I might as well get the NP gain. So that means, weirdly, Mash's taunt never did anything. But we should win here. Anyway, Mash's CE is one that you can buy from the Rare Prism shop. It's a very old, I think, Valentine's Day CE, and what it does is you get 100% defense up against males for 3 hits, and it lasts forever. And I think it has like MP gain as well on it, but that's not the reason you bring it. Yeah, Melty Sweetheart is the name, if you want to just look it up. Alright, I think Gawain's dead here. This setup was optimized by the end though. We just needed a run where nothing went wrong, because nothing lucky happened here. Like, nothing lucky happened, just nothing unlucky happened either. It's weird though that we struggled that much. I mean, I know our setup was not, it wasn't stronger at all than our previous Gawain setup. Like, we didn't change anything in terms of stats and skill ranks and stuff. But I'm surprised we struggled that much. I think Gawain just might have a slightly higher attack stat. Let me look. He was 77 here. I'm gonna check my video. I want to see what level he was before. Now, level is pretty arbitrary on enemies. It doesn't really mean anything in terms of their stats. But if it's the exact same enemy, normally if they twink the level, it normally twinks their stats. Let's see, he was 65. So the old Gawain is harder, it's just an objective fact in terms of his damage resistance. His damage resistance in the previous fight is higher. He's objectively tankier. But because he's 65 to 77, I suspect the 77 one has a higher attack stat. Feels bad. Okay, I don't think we can beat Lion King at all right now. I don't think there's any way. We need to level Gilius. We will see if we can level him. And I think, I don't know if he has strengthening quests or not. We'll have to see. The fact that I'm doing this unironically right now. Does he get his 3rd skill? Oh, we don't have the Void Dust. I might be able to buy it with Pure Prisms. You have to unlock it? Okay. Yeah, that's gonna take some work. That's pretty ridiculous that he really only has 1 good skill, and it is a good skill. But then he doesn't even have it by default. Like, are you kidding me? Yasei would know, obviously. Okay, let's see if I can get those. They're not great to buy, though. Because you're gonna get so many. Well, we're gonna go beyond what you get from Babylonia. Well, maybe not. Actually, our roster is so small that maybe we won't. Let's see. I can buy them. I've only got 15 gems, though. How many did I need? I forgot. Oh, we don't need that many. We have enough. Okay. I have 0 pure prisms? Yeah. Who are you farming for? A nickel a day keeps Green alive. I don't know about that one. How you doing, Lost? Has your day gotten any better? Also, Lost, have you told Cairo what happened to you today? I need to get Boudica to max ascension. I think she's going to be very useful. Because the game gets harder from here, that's the thing. Although the good news is we get to level up more after we beat Camelot, so that's a big bonus. Come on, give me a great success, super success. Work with me here. This is why he went crazy. I'm gonna have to farm bones though. I'm down to 2. I don't regret leveling Gilius though. Lancers are such a problem. We're gonna need them, and getting Attila is just so random. I have no idea how we fight corrupted Ushi. We'll cross that bridge when we get there. I think Romulus and Booty Lancer are good though, because they're both got survivability, and they both have AOE. Actually, I think I think Romulus is insanely good there because he has guts, defense up, heal, other heal. That's just very, very good. Quetz shouldn't be too bad because of Salami. Well, no, she's gonna have really big debuff resistance. I mean, Salami will work if you get lucky, right? You'll just have to get very, very lucky. But we didn't even think about that, Cairo. Did we even give ourselves a servant that... The thing is, you always will do half damage. Like, back when she released, there was no way to not... There was literally no way... Well, no, you could do Lancelot, I guess. But yeah, I mean, back in the day, almost everyone did her with half damage. That's just the fight. Getting full damage is something that really didn't happen until afterwards. You know, you don't have to, even back when she first released, you absolutely did not have to use Hercules or Lancelot. You do not have to do that. You could just use like 100 Face. 100 Face is half damage, but it doesn't matter because 100 Face is so good she would win anyway. But we banned 100 Face. So, yeah, we didn't really think that one through. That's actually a problem. I'm not even sure if... I kind of forgot about that. We really had to leave in something for her. Yeah, I think double Salami is the best option, and we have to get lucky as hell, and maybe work in, like, debuff resistance down or something. But the dot will ignore everything if it lands. I've used Lancelot for quests before, and I actually fucking murdered her in, like, 2 turns. Because crits go burr, and I wasn't even using Scatty or anything like that. Oh, I cheated. I don't even care, chat. I don't even care. I literally don't even care. But yeah, I didn't stop at 60. I wasn't even thinking about it. Like, we're allowed to max Ascend. We're just not supposed to level up past 65. But I just absent-mindedly blew past it there. I don't even care. I don't even care. I don't want to get rid of the 60 rule entirely. I would say, like, if we want to take a Saber to 70, it's fine, because we just fucked up anyway, and that's all we need is a Saber. I do agree, though, if we ever did this challenge again, like, if we let Aerie pick units as, like, a seasonal thing, and we did story replay on our mains, right? We wouldn't do 60 for Camelot. It really is dumb. Like, we should have just been 70. But I would say, I don't want to break the rule now because we got this far, Cairo. I would say we just, if we want to go max on a, or go to 70, because obviously at Attila you can't go past that. But if we want to go to 70 on a Saber, I think that's fine. Because that's only 5 over 65 anyway. And it doesn't affect, it just doesn't really matter. Like, it's not going to make or break anything, because it will for high stars, but we don't have them. So, and they have to go beyond 70. You know, Saber Gilius at 65 or 70, it just doesn't make any fucking difference, and he has access to the same buff quests either way. So, like, I mean, who cares? I need to get rid of all these CEs. I got rid of some of them, but, actually, I think I might be able to buy more, too. I'm not sure, though. Okay, he's gonna need good stats. Yeah, as soon as we beat Lion King, though, then we can go to 70. Might get rid of one of these, because I suspect... Nope, it's still getting full value. Alright, let's go get his upgrades done. Pretty important. He's our chance here. I think he can work though. The issue is I think we need Anniversary Blonde leveled, which it's like level 4, maybe 5. I'm not sure that's gonna be good enough. Oh, let's do a 10 roll real quick. What I really want is Cainith CD. I got kind of messed up there, but we really need that. It's good. Literally everything you need to know is in the garbage command, and if there's no rule there, there's no rule there, right? Because people keep asking about like command codes and stuff. It's like if there's no rule that says we're banning command codes, then there's no rule. Like the rules are the rules. That is less useful than you might think because we already have it. And right now, like later that'll be good. Like that's a good thing for way down the road, but in the short term, that doesn't really do anything for us right now. We could make it level 40, that's true, but I think it's still, right now, it's still worth it to have the double. Especially for farming, but we'll see. Got an Alex copy there. Finally got him to NP5, that's a good feeling. Yeah, that'll be interesting, Cairo, if that happens. What do you think? Do we take it, or do we wait until one extra? I think we take it, because we care more about challenge quests type content, and that's huge. Being able to NP right away, especially when you don't have Waver, Scatty, Castori, and all that, it's just so big. So yeah, I think we go Super Scope as soon as it's available, if it ever is available. What do I bring? I guess double salami. Like, our sabers are that crap. Gilius is definitely going to help with that, but not for a little while. Definitely got to get his skill upgrade here. Man, Gawain was a bitch, dude. Like, did not make things easy. Even that easier fight with him was still very unsmooth. There could still be Lancers at the end. The thing up there can kind of lie to you. I just love how he only has one good skill, and that's the skill that he doesn't have even though he's max level. Mash bash. Wow, it's been 2.5 hours already? What is it? Jesus. I tell you, that always happens when I stream, like... Time machine. Well, we got a little bit of salami NP gain, chat. Just a bit. What do I do here? That's fine. I do need to get that debuff clear command code for Gilius though, especially if he's going to solo at the end. He absolutely has got to get rid of the defense down. So before I fight Lion King, I need to get like 200 mana prisms or whatever. I might already have enough filler crap in my inventory though that I can get enough now. I probably do. That won't be a big deal. Mash, no kill. That was so close. If that enemy didn't have his defense up, we wouldn't have done the NP gain on that Buster there. Okay, the Lancers are still the threat, because Archer is our first replacement. I don't expect this stage to be difficult, but good to be safe. Pyro, I actually lost one of the Jin-K strengthening quests. I had to do it twice, and it was I could have beaten it if I had known, but I don't remember which one it was, but one of the same, yeah, one of them was just randomly pretty like nasty on like the stats, and the classes were just like a million different classes, so it was really hard to be optimal, and I just brought like the units in the wrong order, and I had to do it a second time, and I was like, fucking really? So yeah, I was so annoyed because just how long all of her strengthening quests were, right? It took so long to do all of her stuff. She had so many strengthening quests. I hated it. I was like bored out of my mind, and I was like super frustrated, and then I had to do a stage over, and I was like, are you kidding me? I wanted to use CS, but we technically can't do that, even for a filler stage like that, so I had to do it again. She's got to train to kill the kings, but then still fail at killing them. Makes you wonder, why did they give her that niche? It's kind of whack. Like, that's her whole story, is she doesn't kill the person she's trying to kill. That's why she's on the Garbo account, yep. Yeah, she was really good, like no joke. That was the only way we were getting that kind of damage there. You know what's funny though, Cairo, and I'm sure you noticed this, she still sucked. I'm like, she still sucked. She was just better comparative to everything else that sucks more. Like 100 Face, way better there. So much better. Because 100 Face will do a bit less MP damage, but she's gonna MP way more times, and she will live way longer. Then you get the giant ass crit down. Right, it's like no problem, right? Like 100 Face is still so much better there. But yeah, we had no options, so she was the best thing available. Yeah, compared to 100 Face, she was nothing, like absolutely nothing. You know, if Hyde had been like maxed out, he probably would have been decent there, but he's not worth the investment right now. And that's the thing for a lot of units. There's a lot of units that would have had some moments where they would have been useful throughout this run so far, but we're not leveling them because it's just not worth it right now. Now, the thing is, because our roster is so small, they're going to get leveled eventually. And so as the game gets harder and they do have those niche moments where like Phantom is kind of helpful, he will get used. Like, unironically, Phantom is going to be useful. The question is, can we level him up in time for him to actually make it, right? Like, probably though, because it's gonna get hard, and we'll hopefully get a few more events we're allowed to play. And there's just so few servants for us to actually level. Once like the meat of it is done, it's gonna be very easy for us to be like, yeah, we'll just throw our whatever XP and stuff into Phantom and this and that. Yeah, I'd really like some of these events to give out some command codes that are actually useful. That would be great. These enemies just aren't doing any damage. Salami really has been a lifesaver on these accounts though. She's just our only like universal kill it button. I actually really hope someday they add story replay, because we've got like this idea where like we kind of do what we're doing now, but we just start in Camelot, but you do it on our main account. But then you don't necessarily make it all horrible units. You have like someone, we're gonna like Aerie do it. We'll have Aerie like think about, okay, what servants get greenlit, and not necessarily ones that are just bad, but ones that are interesting and like, okay, intentionally don't give us any good, archer, but then give us maybe a slightly better than normal lancer, stuff like that. You can kind of have like a seasonal thing, right? I think that could be a lot of fun to do that kind of thing, and just like, because it could give a lot of weird servants the spotlight, right? Like how Salami is really getting the spotlight in this, with these restrictions. If you mix things up and you kind of intentionally leave, holes in the roster, but then strengths in other areas, you can kind of make some interesting stuff happen. Oh, shit, I thought he was dead. Thankfully, he didn't do any damage anyway. Poor bastard. Yeah, once Blood X gets up, he'll be good. I just smacked my tea with my water glass. I'm toasting myself, clearly. Did I limit break? I hope I did a lot of farming, so I would hope I limit broke the Valentine's Day CE. I didn't really pay attention, to be honest. Let me see. I'm pretty sure I did get a drop. Oh yeah, I think I got it then. I'm pretty sure I got a drop. I only made it to like 1.5 million though. I didn't have the heart to... It was such a bitch to farm on that account, dude. Cairo knows. He knows. Yeah, I made it to like 1.6 or something. 1.5, 1.6, 1.4. I don't know, somewhere in there. I could have gone farther. I had other accounts. If I wasn't worrying about my other accounts, I would have made it pretty high. But it was really, I still very much wanted to make sure I got a lot done on my other accounts as well. And it was just such a pain to play like 3 accounts at the same time. And then all those other things with the internet and stuff. So I just, I did not bother. What am I looking at right now? Oh yeah, craft essences. This UI, man. Why are they so spread out? What is it? It must be set to something weird. Oh god, do I only have 4? Did I not get one as a drop? Uh-oh. If I had known that, I would have farmed more at the end, but it's not that good. It's not that big of a deal. It's good in the short term, but in the long term, it doesn't matter at all. Like, it just doesn't. Like, right now, it's nice, because it's just another battery. But in the long run, it's not a big deal. It had say on the CE. Well, we still have the picture. It's not like we lost that. Yeah, there are times that the anti-demonic could be alright, but... Dude, it's so hard playing that many accounts, so I don't regret it at all. There was no world where I wanted to deal with that, especially because it took so many turns to farm the stage. I was just like, fuck that. Yeah, actually, I do think these accounts are going to get Golden Sumo. I think that's going to happen. I'm not kidding. I think it'll happen. Because I do think they're going to bring it back, and because these accounts just now got made, I don't think they're going to have to go that long without it. It kind of depends, though, because I mark my words, they're going to do more events like that Liz event. They absolutely are. So it's just kind of a matter of time of which ones they do when. I actually suspect the next Christmas event is going to be a collage Christmas event. I really think so. Because there's just so many Santas, and they all need their coins. So I think they're going to just make them all available like that. A lot of times I only do play 2 accounts at a time. Only occasionally when I play more. But normally I'll just do 2 at a time. But for this one I had to kind of do like 2.5 or 3. But the thing is, if I was playing like 2.5 or 3 accounts during that event, and they were normal accounts, it'd have been fine. The problem was the garbage account required like 11 turns or 10 turns or whatever to do the node, and it was just awful. And if I didn't play like well, I could die. So I had to actually pay attention. And doing that while then worrying about my main account and making sure my main account like really got the event done, it sucked. And I didn't want to. I wasn't in the mood to farm like that, so I wanted to do other things. So I didn't get as much done as I could have, but I got enough done, I think. Yeah, I don't remember what my exact clear time was. I wasn't paying enough attention, to be honest, but it was around 10 turns, I'm pretty sure. Got Tesla in P2, awesome. I wish I could fight Zeus and try to beat him with Tesla. It's like so thematic. Like if someone's a Tesla fan, that's like the ultimate goal there. So hopefully someday I'll get to do that. But grass, that's pretty cool that NA got that rate up. I wish JP would get that though. I mean, Tesla's in like my top 10, man. I think he's just awesome. I'm such a fan of Tesla. I just wish he had better animations. I love his lore abilities, like his voice acting, like his design. It's just, yeah, his animation sucks. That's the only problem. But his lore abilities, like his character material book is so awesome. Yeah, I don't need to invulnerability here. I don't think so. I don't think we'll kill it this turn, but close enough. Although her invulnerability lingers, so maybe I should have just done it. He only has 2 actions per turn, though. He did a lot more damage than I was thinking. I actually have no idea what's in my back row. I forgot to pay attention to the enemy classes. Oh god, I definitely did not bring an assassin, and they're all riders. That's not good. If I just brought one assassin in the back row, we'd be safe, but there's actually a chance we are going to lose this stage, so I'm going to try to be as optimal as possible here. Let's not get an L in a Gilead strengthening quest. Yeah, our back row is like archers. Yeah, Edison did not get a good shake in FGO the way they did him on many fronts. Fuck, man. Shit, I should have done the taunt. I thought you could take one hit there with the defensive damage cut. And she almost did, but she just barely died. I'll need to save the taunt for the NP turn. Actually, I'm gonna brave chain. Yeah, the Edison thing with like the president stuff is silly, and he's just so over the top. He's way more of a joke. Now, unfortunately, Tesla gets mixed up in the joke, even though he's more serious in terms of design and stuff. How? How? None of them used a buff. They double crit and all 3 attack salami. Are you fucking kidding? Yeah, we're gonna lose. We're definitely gonna lose now. That is so stupid, and she would have lived if it wasn't literally that series of things, right? If she just got attacked twice, she'd have been fine. I think she even survived double crit, is the fact that she got double crit and then also attacked the 3rd time. Because she had double damage cut and defense up and full health. Dude, even if we win, this is gonna take forever. Nah, wait, we gotta reset. We've lost. There's no way. It's just that, yeah, there's no way. That was so unlucky, though. Like, that was crazy. She had full fucking health, and she gets triple attacked and double crit. And they can, again, they could, not only could they attack other people, they could have cast a goddamn skill. Yeah, all we needed was, like, a assassin, and we would have been alright. Kind of funny that we have 3 assassins. It's just kind of the way of things. With a lot of the demon gods, really. That's a big part of it. The demon gods, Amun-Ra, and Ozzy, kind of just made sense. Also, Sanson having anti-debuff. Oh, the frustration. I like how the first, like, wave is absolutely nothing, and then the second wave is kind of medium, and then the third wave is kind of... Their attack stats are quite high, actually. Yeah, I tell you, I'm really not one. I don't really get mad about this kind of stuff, and I wouldn't even say I'm mad, but I don't really even care about this kind of stuff. But because FGO and the Fate IP in general is specifically aimed at world history, I really do not like the way that they handle, like, America, and just North America in general. Because it's like, it's got this really cool concept, and again, it's world history. It's world history. And then you get to take, you know, all these historical figures and make them a bit anime. But then America just gets the finger, right? Everyone else gets to have fun, well, not everybody else, let's be honest, but a lot of other places get to have fun, and then America just gets scuffed over and over again. Not only do they not get used, but they normally get, like, insulted, right? They make a joke out of America all the time. They barely get used for anything. You know, they don't even get used in their own singularity. It's just super obnoxious. Because here's the thing, even though some of the other countries don't even get used in the first place, if they ever do get used, they're probably going to get done some justice, right? And they'll do like at least a halfway decent job with them. Where with America, I mean, for the God's sakes, they made Edison and Calamity Jane. Like that's what America gets. And Paul Bunyan. It's like, what the fuck? There's a very obvious trend here, right? And their role in all the main story is always a joke. Where if they finally got around to doing some of the stuff from around the globe that they've just completely ignored, I don't think they would do it that way. And I don't think they'd pull an Edison with a wacky design and all that. And it just sucks, right? It's like every time, because like unlike some Americans, I actually like, you know, America for the most part. Of course, we're not perfect, and of course there's flaws. Welcome to every country on the planet. This is something I think people in recent times have just lost sight of. Every single culture that has ever existed in all of humanity has dirt in their closet, and not everyone's good, right? There's bad apples in there, but also pretty much every culture ever has lots of good apples and lots of interesting, you know, art and you know, people that were brave and this, that, and the other, right? And you know, of course, everybody wants to see that kind of stuff, especially like in this setting. Where that's the point of the story is world history, and it just sucks that America never gets anything, and like and Canada is even worse. Like my god, they really don't like Canada because they got one character, and that character they were like, oh, what's Canada? It's like, oh great. It's like I swear I honestly think they forgot about Canada when they made Paul Bunyan, and like they forgot that took place around the Great Lakes. And that it's Canadian and American, you know, it's both. Like, I think they literally did not realize that. And then when they were like looking up about her Bond CE, I don't think they even remembered like where that frontier was. Like, because you know, it literally says only one country now remains. They literally forgot that frontier is around the Great Lakes. That's what they're talking about. And that is obviously, the Great Lakes are both in Canada's territory and in the States, right? So like that was a factually wrong Bond CE. It's either that or Canada is actually a lie, and it's like wrestling, it's all fake, right? But yeah, there's no reason for them to just scuff so many things. It's not just America, right? You know, a lot of countries they just don't even make a character for, and all this kind of stuff. And then meanwhile, they just pump out weeb after weeb after weeb after weeb, and it's just like, come on, guys. Like, you don't have to make it equal. I'm not asking for all the countries to have the same amount of characters in the game. Of course not. But like, Jesus Christ, it's like they're like so like not even trying, right? They're not even like trying to be reasonable about it. They just like straight up ignore a lot of stuff and have like massive favoritism, and yeah, they don't throw anybody, like they don't throw a lot of the areas even a bone, right? Like not even a bone. So it's like shit. What's weird though is they keep I'm losing my mind right now. How the fuck is she dead right there? Like, why are they doing that much damage? Yeah, I never would have thought I needed to do. Oh my god! Normally I would have cast invulnerability by then, but it's pretty rare that you get one shot like this. I've been using salami so much for farming; it does not normally happen at all. Anyways, but like America keeps getting used in like events and even in main story. They've actually gone to America. I'm losing my fucking mind right now. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm taking so much damage from these fucking wyverns. Like, what the fuck is this stage? Like, they almost killed Jinkei in one turn when she's counterclassing. Anyway, so you had Salem, which is main story, and then they did obviously America, right, in 1.0. So they went to America twice in the main story, but meanwhile, just like Shimosa alone had more Japanese characters in it than those two stories combined. And then they've gone to America multiple times in events and stuff, and they don't, like, most of the times when they set a story in America, like in an event, they don't use a single American servant. It's just like, what? Like that would ever happen an event story set in Japan. Like, they would ever do that and not have a single Japanese character, right? Like, that's obviously not gonna happen. Yeah, Shimosa is one of the few stories where they only had characters of like that nationality, which that's fine. That's not a problem. I don't like that they only did that for Japan. It's kind of silly. I mean, the obvious thing, because here's the thing, for a lot of the other stuff, they pull from pretty specific time periods a lot of the time. They don't jump around too much for some of the regions. Depends. But, and they have like a million samurai. It's just, you can add more gunslingers. It's okay. That's basically the thing in America, if you hadn't noticed. And that, like, the Wild West is America's, you know, age of wonder or discovery, if you will. That's their equivalent to like medieval, you know, knights and castles and, you know, that kind of stuff. So it's like, there's just no reason not to just pull for more of that kind of stuff if you're gonna keep setting stories in America. Alright, I'm gonna do this right away, and we're gonna taunt very early as well. As fucking crap, we keep dying. Yeah, more Roman soldiers though, even in Babylonia for some reason. I can't believe, dude, I cannot believe the anime had the Babylonian dudes being Roman soldiers. I could not fucking believe that. Because it's obviously just a placeholder in the game, right? They're just reusing assets. I could not believe the anime did. They could have just, you know, drawn them in kind of generic, you know, clothing. I don't understand. I really just do not understand what that was about. Yeah, I know, and the ones that trained under Leonidas especially, they could have just, it's like, guys, it's okay. You can put in the 5 seconds of work to come up with a basic, like, Greek design for the generic soldiers instead of using a fucking Roman. Like, that really was stupid. I saw the Babylonia anime get a lot of hype, man. I don't think it was that good. Like, I don't think it was terrible. I think a lot of anime like it ends up being worse, for sure. But I really don't think it was that good. Like, they did not expand on the characters much. They actually cut down. I think the characterization for all the characters was very shallow. Yeah, they cut out Benkei stuff, and that was pretty lame. Still filler in it somehow. You know, the Roman stuff, a lot of CGI that didn't look very good. I was very unimpressed by the Babylonia anime. There were certain parts of it that I liked though. The music was fine. The soundtrack was kind of small, but it was fine. Leo was cool, Ushi was cool, but they're not in it very much, obviously. But like, Leo and Ushi are cool, but really only if you already know about their characters from the game. Because they're not characterized well. They're not. They're literally not. They're so brief in the anime that they're really nothing more beyond just a basic character archetype. Which is stupid because if you read their character material books and the games and everything, they're more than that. They have more characterization than that. But they didn't get any screen time really in the anime. They just have like that scene where they're in the bar and they each kind of just got a very generic intro and that's pretty much it. And they got the scene with Ushi on the roof and then their death scenes. And that's so brief. And they don't do enough with it, and it's just so basic, right? It's just very like ABC, and it's like it's only awesome to see Leonidas and Ushi in action because you already have the characterization from the game. You don't have, in terms of a standalone thing, it's not very good. Like I think that's the best way of looking at it. If you watch the FGO anime in a complete vacuum, I don't think it stands on its own in the slightest, right? I think it's like noticeably kind of blech at that point. Could be worse though. It could be, there are other, you know, adaptations that are a lot worse than that. Because at least it has okay animation and, you know, the music's fine and it does have some cool bits and stuff. But I was not particularly impressed by it, really. I think it could have just been a lot better if they had like put a bit more effort into it and tried to expand on like the characterization and really think about like the flow of the story and everything. I think it could have been a much better, like, complete package. I swear, if he had hit Salami again there in the back and just killed her, I would have absolutely lost my mind. Can I do 11k and then save taunt for the next turn? Surely we can do 11k here. We don't have a buster card, we have the extra attack. Oh god. Oh, she's got it, she's got it. It's close, but the extra will do it. Okay. We're looking way better now for... I can't believe that this stage has given us this much trouble. I wasn't taking it seriously enough, though. It's because I just wasn't expecting this final wave to be this messed up. Unlikely that she'll get another NP, but it could happen. It is funny. Boy doing mod check, that's funny. Let's be real though, mod check isn't normally used for a mod specifically. It's such a good emote, I love it. Well, Mash just got obliterated. Oh, Salami did get her NP, how about that? I could kill the middle one because it does the most damage, but I'd waste some value there. Alright, I am not using the Mystico heal, I'll use it on an assassin. It's way better that way. Dude, that live action Cowboy Bebop. How do you take such a good formula and fuck it up that much? And I tell you how, it's by being hack writers that aren't good writers, that are more worried about an agenda than making a good story or a good adaptation. That's how that happens. Like, not all writers are actually good at their jobs, by the way. I don't know if I should have just healed Salami there. Yeah, I don't think I should have done that. There are some Netflix shows that are pretty good, right? But there are a lot that are not. And I haven't looked into it. I haven't looked into like the writers of any of the stories, but I suspect it's because they're hiring bad writers and showrunners. It's not always the writer's fault actually, but I suspect they don't have a good sense of who to hire for a lot of this shit. Because I haven't seen it, but I've heard the Castlevania, because wasn't that a Netflix exclusive? I think they just like produced it. I don't know if they put that much effort. I don't know if they were involved a lot in the hiring and stuff. But I think that they were at least like the producers of it, and that was I've heard is good. I haven't seen it, but I've heard it's good, and I've seen like a few clips of it. Looked fine. I actually saw Arcane very recently, like 2 days ago or something, because my internet was so fucked up I couldn't upload anything. So yeah, it was good. My issue with it was this is very subjective. I gotta be clear. I don't mean this in any kind of objective way at all, because there's nothing really wrong with the writing and the characterizations and stuff. It's just none of the main characters, and I don't mean major characters, I mean main characters, right? The main characters. I didn't really like any of them. Now, I don't mean that as in I disliked them, but none of them were like characters that I like hyped. But now this happens to me all the time. It's actually why I don't watch a lot of like anime shows and stuff anymore. I just don't like a lot of the cast. I'm not like rooting for them most of the time. Now, I gotta be clear though, I didn't mind them. I did not mind the cast at all, but there was no the three main characters. I forgot the dude's name. Jace, was that it? Yeah, Jace, was it something V, whatever, and then Jinx, right? Those are like the three main characters, right? I didn't hype any of them. I didn't hate any of them, but I didn't hype any. Like Victor was fine, but he's not a main character. That's what I'm talking about. That was a major character, but he wasn't a main character. You know, main characters, people that get the screen time all of the goddamn time, right? And that's those three that I just mentioned. I don't think there's any other main characters. And again, no hate for them, but no hype for them either. And that made me enjoy it less, but I still liked it because you did have a lot of side characters. And yeah, I haven't played League of Legends in like 11 years or some shit. It's so long, right? And I don't know like any of the goddamn characters. I never knew any of the goddamn characters. I know nothing about League of Legends story, and I still was able to enjoy it a lot. So that's good. So they did a good job. I liked Singed because he was around when I played League, and I liked how do I explain this? I like how he didn't have a lot of screen time, but he's actually unbelievably important, and it'd be easy to miss that. But Singed was, he's connected to basically every single major plot point in that entire show. And that's awesome, right? And that was really unique. So I actually thought Singed was awesome, but, yeah, I don't know if Netflix was producing, and I don't know if they were doing the hiring process. I don't know what exactly their role was in that show, but that show was fine, right? I thought it was good. But yeah, I would have been happy. Look, chat, what I'm getting to is Urgot should have been the main character. Not a major character, Urgot should have been the main character. I'm just saying, that's a good fucking show right there, right? Sign me up for that one. I'm just cutting to the chase here. I don't even know who that is. Cairo. Dude, Urgot is so cool, man. Like, I'm not even kidding. He's so fucking cool. Oh, Nautilus. I didn't put 2 and 2 together there. Yeah, I know who Nautilus is. Yeah, Nautilus is good. I do like him a lot. So my favorite League character is indeed Mordekaiser. Not anymore though, because they've like redesigned him and stuff. I don't think he's half as awesome anymore. They like changed his voice actor. They completely changed what he looked like. He's still okay, but I think he's way cooler originally. But I don't think Mordekaiser would actually make that good of a main character. I think he makes a way better like side villain that like, you know, isn't really on anybody's side. I think that's the best way to do that. But yeah, are there any other good Netflix shows? Because I can't think of any. They back on topic. They fuck that shit up a lot. Like, they really do. Like so many travesties. I didn't even know. Were they behind Death Note, the live action one? I didn't even know. But if they were, because that was I never saw it. But I saw clips of it. That was unspeakable. Like that was. How did that get? How does any of that shit get greenlit? Right? Like, how are you behind the camera and you're like, oh yeah, this is fine. Right? Like, I don't even do that shit is wild. Yeah, I think they're giving the wrong people the money. That does seem like the problem. I could see that one being so bad it's entertaining. I could see that. I didn't think Cobra Kai was Netflix. I've never seen it. But I didn't think that was Netflix. But is it? I thought it was. Probably like YouTube or some shit, like YouTube Red or whatever. I don't even. Look, I don't keep up with this stuff. Like Arcane was the first show I had watched in so long. Like Jesus Christ. Like I watch anime occasionally, but for like you know, for North America or China or Korea or anything like that, I don't keep up in the slightest, dude. I am so behind these days. Oh, Netflix bought it because YouTube dropped it? I had no idea. Alright, it's just right. Why are we fighting so many fucking writers for Gilius's third skill unlock? Gilius the Dragon Slayer? Chat, I don't remember reading that in history. I don't know about that one. Oh, actually, I did see Squid Game. I saw that so after the fact, though. But yeah, that's Korea, obviously. So I'm actually I'm mixed blood, you know, but I'm mostly Korean. Like I have more Korean blood in me than anything else, and you know, I grew up eating a lot of Korean food and everything. So I'm a big fan of Korea, and I think South Korea has done like a great job, you know, building up since the split and everything, and that's great, right? I'm a big fan of Korea. However, I have never liked popular Korean media. Now, there's exceptions. I think Squid Game was pretty good and stuff, but I don't like K-pop. I don't like almost everything that comes out of Korea in terms of like that stuff. Not a fan. Great food. You know, they make some good video games occasionally, and stuff like that, right? But yeah, I hate K-pop, dude. Oh my god, no. I have no hate for anyone that likes K-pop, right? It's just because it's just music, right? I don't see how people get so like uppity about this kind of stuff, right? So someone who loves K-pop or whatever, more power to them, right? And I got no beef there, but yeah, I've never cared for it. There's been some Korean games though that I do like. Now, a lot of their MMOs are bad, but they make other stuff beyond that. They make indie games too, all that kind of stuff. And Vindictus was awesome, because that was a Korean game back in the day. I don't think it's really awesome anymore. It's still running, but they've changed it so much and like dumbed it down, and just the design is not nearly as good anymore. But I did like that game a lot back in the day. That was actually, I mean, I really liked it. It was kind of like an MMO Dark Souls, to be honest. Like, it's very good mechanical. It's actually harder than Dark Souls, a lot of the mechanics of the bosses and stuff. I loved that game back in the day. Yeah, Archblade was Korean. Yep, that's indie dev, but yeah, it was Korean. I love that game. That game was fucking phenomenal. I think we'll give her the attack up. That's fine. We need to get NP gain on Jinkei, though. I'm gonna go ahead and use this. Not the best turn for it, but okay, we'll still do it. Get the first card art bonus. And here's the messed up thing though. A lot of the like Korean MMO norms are just becoming gaming norms. It's not even a Korean thing anymore. And it wasn't always just Korea anyway. I mean, it was Asia in general, but Korea was kind of more on top of gaming, especially in the early days. But a lot of that stuff, it works into human psychology to get people to spend a lot of money. That's just what it is, and that's why they do it. It's not a Korean thing, it's a money thing. And, you know, North America and Japan and everything, they've kind of learned that, and they're starting to incorporate a lot of that kind of game design as well. Yeah, League isn't Chinese, but they eventually got bought by a Chinese company. Now, that Chinese company doesn't like run the show in terms of like creating the stuff and hiring the artists and all that kind of stuff, but they pay the bills. And as such, I'm sure they have influenced Riot Games to, you know, make more characters that are going to be popular in China with their designs and that kind of stuff. So there's definitely a Chinese influence in League of Legends these days. Not in the original game though. The original game, wasn't it like fucking like modders and shit from like Warcraft 3 that started? I know League is obviously based on the mod version of Dota from back in the day, but I don't remember if the creators, I don't know how many of them worked for Riot at the beginning and stuff. I don't remember. But yeah, I'm sure that like almost none of the original staff work for the company anymore. That's just how it is, man. Like these old games like that, and the staff just gets cycled out, and over time they end up changing very dramatically. I guess I give Jinkei. No, I'll wait one more turn because she's still got defense up, so invulnerability on the next one. Yeah, Tencent doesn't make League, they just bought it. Alright. Now, I don't want to whiff the battery if I can help it. Don't want Jinkei to randomly die here. I mean, she shouldn't. It's actually pretty impressive how well League has done. It's weird though, I just never kept up with it in the slightest. I played it so many years ago, like when it was a lot younger of a game. And I know it's changed a massive amount, but I just haven't looked into it at all. I've never watched any League gameplay in like the last 10 years, or maybe even however the fuck long. Probably about 10 years. At least 8 years or something. But yeah, I have no idea. Like I don't really know the only thing I've looked up with League in like the last chunk of time is just like the character designs, because I know they've like changed what the characters look like, and I've looked up the art and stuff, but yeah, I don't know jack about the development of that game. Wow, 2009. I'm surprised. I know they've been doing that, Cairo, they're making side games. I'm surprised they didn't start doing that sooner. Like how the devs of Grand Blue Fantasy started doing. I have no idea why League didn't start doing that sooner. Because I actually think there's probably more people that like the League IP than actually like the gameplay. Like I'm serious. Like I think a lot of people really like the League IP because it's got all these, different stuff. You've got like gothic horror stuff, you got Chinese looking stuff, you got Japanese looking stuff, you got robots, you got, it's crazy, right? And people like that. And a lot of people, I think one of the most hated game types is MOBAs, right? It's also one of the most beloved. It's like Shiro, right? I think MOBAs are like Shiro and Fate, where they have a lot of people that love them to death, and there's also an insane amount of people that hate its guts, right? Like there's so many people. Like I have no interest in playing a MOBA. That's the thing. That's why I haven't kept up with League. I have absolutely no interest in playing a MOBA whatsoever. None. Zero. But I don't have a problem with the League IP, right? So if I think they're making a fighting game or something, if that's a good fighting game, I'll play it. Sure, why not, right? Yeah, and same for Grand Blue Fantasy. Grand Blue Fantasy is making kind of like a God Eater, Monster Hunter style game. That sounds pretty awesome. I'll probably play that too. But yeah, I'm surprised League didn't do more sooner. Like they waited a really long time. And with an IP that strong, it's kind of like, why? Like, why wait? You could have just made so much money so long ago. And again, if you need staff, they have the money to hire them. Dude, a game like Archblade, like from League, because you could use the League as like a guideline for like how to make the skill sets and stuff. That'd be awesome. Unfortunately, I can't even really think of another game like Archblade. Like, it's just not a game style that you really see. And it's because it actually requires, basically what Archblade is, and the devs even said this was like their goal, is it's like a 3D more than 2-player fighting game. That's essentially what it is. And yeah, honestly, Dark Souls when you're 3v3 like in the arena is kind of that's the most similar thing. I remember doing 3v3 arena in Dark Souls 3 back in the day, where you had to like watch your teammates and cover each other and try to pick up combos off your teammates landing hits and free your teammates from them getting comboed and stuff. And all about positioning and that kind of stuff. That's like the most similar thing I could think of to Archblade. But yeah, Archblade has a lot of fighting game mechanics with like punishing and blocking and whiffing and that kind of stuff. But it's 3D, more than 2 players at a time. You have teamwork, and you have gimmicky skill sets, kind of like League of Legends or something like that. Yeah, Archblade's dead now. It's a super old game. So it was an indie game, unbelievably old. But I loved it. I played it with like Tusk back in the day when it first launched, and it was super active, and we just butchered everyone because we got super good at it. It was great. It does have combos, but most of the combos aren't that long. They're fairly short. However, you can combo pretty long on somebody with teamwork, right? So let's say it's 2v1, you can combo the shit out of somebody. But if they have a teammate, they can break your combo very easily. So yeah, if it's 1v1, your combos are not normally going to go that long. But if it's 2v1 or 3v1, then you can actually just about infinite somebody. So then they have to rely on their teammates to save their ass, which your teammates should actively be doing, because the arenas aren't too big. Now, there actually was a game mode that was like 8v8 or something, and that map was massive. But you'd still normally move around in groups of like 2 or 3 or whatever, so you rarely get stun locked like that unless your teammates were just awful. And that would happen sometimes. You'd be in like a team match, and then you get caught by like 2 people. You're like, oh well, my teammates are gonna free me, right? And then as you're sitting there in your combo, you turn your camera and you see your teammates like walking around a corner, like just going off into the distance. Like you're like, okay, great, thanks guys. So Monday Night Combat is really different. That's another boomer stuff. No one in my chat has any idea what the games I'm talking about are, but I'm gonna talk about them anyway. So Monday Night Combat it really wasn't like Archblade. It was similar to Archblade. That was third person, mostly team based, you know, that kind of thing. But it was way different, right? There was absolutely no comboing whatsoever. Also, most of the characters were more like guns, right? It was like more like, you know, Team Fortress. When it comes to like the way their abilities and toolkits worked, it was a lot more like Team Fortress 2. There was a few characters that were exceptions to that, but that's how most of the cast played. And people died a lot faster, right? You could kill people pretty quick. Now, there were a few exceptions to that. There were a couple of characters that were very tanky, and some characters that are abnormally squishy, and that kind of thing. And there was the original Monday Night Combat was supposed to be like a MOBA. It just wasn't, right? They even said when they made it, they had intended it to be like a third-person like action MOBA, but it was nothing like a MOBA at all. It had like AI creeps and stuff, but they didn't play a role in any way like they do in like League of Legends and Dota and stuff. And I actually like that. And that game was amazing. I loved that game. That was one of the games I probably got the most hardcore in like my youth. I got in a very high skill ceiling. It was a very difficult game. A lot of the characters were incredibly difficult to play. Huge skill ceiling. But I played it and 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 played it, and I got very good at it eventually. And I really enjoyed that game. But then, and it never really died. It was going strong. It had a healthy player base forever. During its time, but they made a sequel and they made it way more like a MOBA, like way more like a MOBA. Like, you know, you had more health, so like you could like tell someone was gonna die in advance just because like, oh, they're out of position and these 2 people are gonna attack them at the same time. No matter how well they play, they're gonna lose. Where in the original game, if you got caught in a 2v1 and you just played good, you could just kill the 2, no problem. Where the sequel, you couldn't do that at all. Like the sequel was just, did they call it Tuesday Night Combat? No, they called it Super Monday Night Combat. But I fucking hated Super Monday Night Combat. I gave it I was excited for it, and I loved Monday Night Combat. And when I played it, I'm like, wow, this sucks. I mean, it was just way too much like a MOBA. And honestly, I wasn't the only one. It really just did not do very well. But it fragmented the player base, and then yeah, both games died because of it. And yeah, that was that. But yeah, I really like that game, Archblade and Monday Night Combat, and there's really not any games like them. They were both kind of a bit more under the radar in the first place. And you just don't see games like that made anymore. And a lot of it's because of the skill ceiling, to be honest. You don't really see a lot of games in that style that will have much of a skill ceiling anymore. Most of the more skill-based stuff is going to be 1v1 stuff, which is fine, but it was so unique with like the team elements in those games. Alright, Jin K needs to get her NP. I'm gonna go ahead and do Jin K's second skill to get the defense downs going. See if we get a lucky crit while we're at it. Although I'm really tempted to do Salami's quick card because of the dot, but we'll go with this. Honestly, I would have called it Tuesday Night Combat 2. That is a wasted opportunity. Holy shit. Also, the original Monday Night Combat. So it was, I don't know how to describe it. The game was kind of like framed as like a very violent, like arena football style like thing. It's like a sport, right? That's like the lore, right? You have like sponsors and shit, and the announcer in the original game is hilarious. He just had so many voice lines, and they were just incredible. I mean, just super great, right? Awesome shit. And then in the sequel, they replaced him, and I was like, really? Like, what are we doing here? Man, I'm on like a nostalgia trip just thinking about that game. I really loved that game, man. Good times. I actually have one video of it on my channel of like just a random match. It's a match I joined late. I joined a game that's already in progress, and I shit you not, the team I joined was like just moments away from losing, right? Like I joined in and they were just about to have like the enemy team closing on their base, and that's, you know, they were just fucked. And I was able to join in and just like really quickly push the other team back real fast, and then we ended up winning. Anyway, it was awesome. But that was when I made that video. I was pretty good at the game, but I hadn't been playing it like that long, so I wish I'd made more videos of it to remember it by, because I got like even better at that game, but I never made videos of it again back in the day. Didn't think about it. But yeah, there's like one, maybe two. I might have 2 videos, I think, of Monday Night Combat on my channel, but they're crazy old. Yeah, you could carry in that game. Like if you were really good and the other side didn't have someone as good as you, and you played well, you could carry like big time. Okay, both Jinkei's got about the same NP gain. I'm gonna go ahead and do the invulnerability. All this double Jinkei action. Look how long it's taking us, chat, to do Gilius's strengthening quests. Like, this is ridiculous. Probably not going to even attempt Lance Sword for you tonight. I feel bad about that, but by the time we're done here, it's going to be pretty late, I suspect. We'll see, though. If I remember correctly, I think the other team was really salty and like didn't GG. Like people would normally GG in that game when you would win. It was very standard. And that game was normally not half as salty as like League and stuff. It really wasn't. Like that community just was not that toxic. But I might be wrong, but if I remember correctly, the enemy team did not like I don't think they GG'd when they lost. But I might be wrong, maybe they did. That was a long time ago. Shane, the middle Jinkei, can't do her quick cards here, but she didn't get any. Actually, I said I would play some games with friends tonight and try to not go too late. Actually, hopefully I didn't already fuck that. I don't think I fucked that up. I'll have to check. I'm so bad about that, dude. But yeah, I'll just stream for 6 hours. Yeah, who even knows what time it is? Yeah, I figured someone's already streaming Elden Ring. A lot of people got the games early, and it's close enough to like the embargo that Bamco probably won't do anything. So don't watch it. Don't do it. Wait. Unless you're not gonna play it yourself, and then if you want to watch it, go nuts. But if you're planning on playing Elden Ring, man, I really stand by this. Don't watch the trailers. Don't do that. Like I didn't watch the big reveal, the final trailer or whatever. And I'm not even tempted to. I'll watch it later, once I play the game, then I'll go watch it, because I like seeing the editing and like music choices and stuff. You know, I love editing, so of course I like trailers in that sense, but I don't want to see any of that shit. It's just, you know, you're always going to regret it. If you see something in a trailer or in a stream, and you're going to play it yourself, you're going to be like, when you see it for yourself, you're going to, I wish this was the first time I saw it, right? You're pretty much always going to feel that way. Yeah, there's some exceptions, you know, to each their own, and all that, but I really say just, you know, wait. You're gonna play it, just play it. Now, if you're not planning on playing it, or you don't care about it that much, like a side game, then yeah, fuck it. If you wanna watch the stream, then go nuts, but... Okay, actually, you know what? We'll wrap up here. There's only one stage to go, but these take forever. So I'm gonna wrap up here so I have enough time to do some stuff, and, you know, with people. So thank you all for hanging out. Let's see. I think what the plan is for tomorrow, because Elden Ring is tomorrow. But I got a lot of doctor stuff and real life stuff to do. If I can, I'm gonna stream like an hour before Elden Ring and like mess about and like, you know, fight a few things in Dark Souls 3 and then like do that right before Elden Ring. But I might not have time, so we'll see. So we might be cutting it like last second. But I'm gonna do like everything I can to make sure I can stream Elden Ring tomorrow, like right as it comes out on Steam. Anyway, so I will hopefully see you all there, and for my FGO people, don't worry, like, FGO will be kind of slow for a bit when I'm playing Elden Ring, because Elden Ring, also, there's nothing happening in FGO, like, literally, there's not even an event going on, so, but FGO is not gonna die, right, we're still gonna play FGO, of course, But yeah, for like, you know, the first week or whatever, there might not be that much FGO for me. But we'll see. Maybe they put out some content soon. We'll have to see. But yeah, don't worry, FGO shall return. But for my FGO only viewers, yeah, I'll probably see you in like a week or such. And for everyone else, hopefully I will see you tomorrow. Now take care, and I am out of here.